What up, fellas?
What up? No, do it again. Do it again.
What up, fellas? Welcome to napshotstudio, the big focus. How
Woohoo!
y'all doing today?
We are good, man. That's the
New
way.
face?
That's new
New
face.
face?
Yeah, new face. Faris, maybe you want to explain to the crowd how come today we have a change of roster once again? Where is our dear
Because
Mr.
Joel,
Joel?
as usual, Joel bottled it.
Hmm.
He
And why?
bottled it.
And why did he bottle it this time around? Why? Again and again and again. This is getting frustrating. What
Oh,
happened?
he's still celebrating the final win. What?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they are still watching the
I
match.
saw. Yeah. No, he's still celebrating. Finished already. Match
Celebrating. Okay.
finished. He's still celebrating. Yeah.
Celebrating, huh?
So okay lah. Give him lah. Give it to him lah. Give it to him.
Let's give it to him. Let's give it. No,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. So, Joel, if you're listening to us, I think this is probably his maybe ninth time really watching the match in full. Replay and replay, because you know what? Victory is hard to come by nowadays for United fans, right?
Yeah.
And let me cover the
Especially in
bench.
the Champions League.
Let me cover the
Especially
bench.
in Europe.
Let me just cover myself up so I don't get lambasted for it. But anyway, Faris, how have you been, man?
Yeah.
You good?
I've been good, man. I've been good. Yeah, everything is good lah.
Power.
I've been wonderful lah. Yeah.
And dude, like we also posted some stuff on our Instagram. So those of you guys who have not followed us on Instagram, the handle is the same as our production name. It's Snapshot Studio. You can find us on Instagram as well. That is where we are the most active, I would say. So a couple of guys they have actually been asking us that IG stories that we've been posting, where you are in this really picturesque scenery. What's happening? Is that a brand new show? And then you mentioned something is brewing.
Something is brewing.
What's happening? What's happening, Faris?
They come out wrong.
They came out
All
really
right.
wrong. You want to tell the crowd like, what's happening actually? What can they expect from you? And then there was another guy, Uchop the Guna. Big shout out to you, man.
Uchop the Guna.
Uchop the Guna.
Okay, what's happening soon will be my own show. Finally, after a year of Napshot Studio. Faris finally gets a show by himself. So he will not overrun in the big focus. So people will not control him. People won't control me lah. This what can say, what cannot say. Because it's gonna be very raw.
Okay.
It's gonna be very unapologetic. It's gonna be the word from the common man, word from the street. So
that's nice.
Yeah, I'm so ecstatic, man.
Right, and that's something that you guys probably want to keep your eyes peeled for. That's dropping real soon, probably next Wednesday. So at this current moment, you just again want to keep yourself glued to our Instagram profile and also on Facebook as well. And Faris, before we actually proceed with show proper, right now the viewership is currently at about 3,500 people watching us right now live. How do we get it?
3,501.
Yes, how do we get it?
Somebody just came, bro. Somebody just stopped. He stopped celebrating for 1 minute, bro. He stopped celebrating for 1 minute.
Yeah, we've seen him in the comment section. But right now, Faris, in all seriousness, for us to actually rise up in terms of our watching rank, what should they do right now to get us to 10,000 right now watching us live?
Okay, if you're on Facebook, you just like, follow, and share our content. Yep. If you're on YouTube, you just like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that every time we have a content, you guys will be the first one to be alerted.
Ooh,
so like, share, subscribe, right?
And please do
click
so,
on
right?
the notification bell.
Yes, and also right now, what we are going to do, we are going to prepare more content for you guys out there. And if you have actually followed us religiously over time, especially this week, on Monday, Kel and Joe show, they spoke about a matter that's really close to everybody's heart. Right?
Local football, man.
Local football. I think if you're a football fan yourself, there will be that one moment in time you support a local club of your own. Let's start with you, man, Faris, while we are waiting for the crowd to come in. Your first
Bila Rovers, bro. Bila Rovers. Japanese Rovers. Go Rovers, go Rovers, go. You see all the cheerleader, right? Last time.
Hey, bro, they get paid, you know? Yeah, you remember, right? Like,
yeah.
They get paid, I think for $5 or $10. And remember, this job is a much coveted job. Everybody wants to get their hand on it, which is a ball picker. $5, per match. Remember?
Yeah. Yes. I would kill my friend to get the opportunity, bro, back then.
But you see, the thing with you, Faris, you kill anybody for even the smallest of things. So that is not really a big surprise. But then, yes, I think that was a really good topic. They actually pedal out. Again, it resonates so strongly amongst the community, especially now. the introduction view of the Premier League and although other major leagues, it has lost its zeal, passion,
The
and
touch
also
lost
its
already,
luster.
bro.
It's gone, bro. Nobody talks about it. And remember, we both
The only people who are filling up the stadium right now is all the uncle with the Singapore pool ticket. What a disappointment, bro. What a disappointment. Bro, I tell you, even the uncle that sell the water retire. He just put a vending machine there. Once a week he come, he top up, bro. That's all. He don't come to sell hot dog already, bro. He also retire. He put one vending machine there.
He also, even Uncle Karipap, Uncle Hotdog also fed up already with S-League right now, our local league. And this is why the aim is to actually bring forth the love again. You know, if we can rekindle even at the smallest margin, I think that will be a really big communal or community service that we can actually render out right now with the platform.
Yes, bro.
Right? Yes. And also, again, I just want to kindly mention to everybody who's watching us right now, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all social media platforms. We are active everywhere, especially on Instagram and Facebook. And if you're watching us through YouTube or even Facebook right now, it's really imperative that you share. There is a share button, right, bro? There is a share button, Faris.
Yes.
Us, please.
I'm gonna do it with a local touch. Okay. Okay, guys, those who are in Facebook, like and share. Make sure you share to 5 group, one post, 5 group. Make sure you got the share tag. I will make you the top fan now.
And also, right after that, so there's local football, more to come. All right. Again, we promise that we will bring back. We will try our utmost best to rekindle whatever flame that's left in local football. So soon there will be more collaboration act with many of our local content creators. Sayan Tang, if you are watching this, shout out, man. Check out Sayan Tang as well. Local content creator, again, he revolved very much around the perimeter of local content. Really top-notch guy. Very good.
His content
power. And then also shout out to people like Bobo, Sel as well, and Lubis Ratno, who actually made it on Monday. And then on Tuesday, it was a different one. It was a different show. It was, if you want to compare this to music genre, it was jazz. Relax.
Jazz, bro.
Down. Antonio, we've got Rafa.
You should be in the clubhouse watching this, bro. You should not be at home, bro.
Your legs up, you know. Of course, for the Muslim, you got the halal wine. Actually, it's sparkling juice, over glorified. They call it halal wine.
Right? For Malay, teh tarik lah, bro.
Teh tarik, okay.
Sparkling juice, you think what? Teh tarik lah.
Okay, teh tarik. Okay, teh tarik. Alright, teh tarik.
Sparkling buih.
All right, and I think the good thing about that show, right? You don't get it elsewhere, man. I received a lot of really good feedback about that show. They asked, hey, where did you get all these boys from? Because it seems like you are watching a proper TV production. You get really high level of analysis from top-notch. I wouldn't call them pandit, but they are fans, right? But the way they analyze and dissect the game.
Hey, but you know how we do the interview process, right, bro?
Hey, bro, tough, bro.
We got 10,000 applicants, no?
Hey, 10,000 and
one. Easily, I like
10,001.
No, what, bro? 10,001.
One, because the
Joel also applied. Joel also applied.
But didn't go through.
But cannot. United in Champions League, nothing. But they win PSG and we give it to them.
Okay. All right. So right now, bro, all right, I think we are about done. We have right now. Thank you so much for those of you guys who are chiming in live. Please don't forget to drop a big like, share, and subscribe, especially both on YouTube and on Facebook as well. So right now, we're going to start the show proper. This time around, Faris, we have already revamped the show. We have taken in a lot of feedback. A lot of people actually wanted us to bring in a bit of change, and we did so. So right now, the big focus will be dissected into 3 different segments. The first one is the big focus match preview. So, of course, none bigger than the Arsenal versus Manchester United, or maybe
a different order. Forget something, bro.
What?
The mighty Arsenal, bro.
Okay, the mighty Arsenal.
Don't spoil your brand, bro.
Mighty Gunners, the mighty Arsenal versus not so mighty, the little timid Manchester United. So that is the preview. And then right after that, we are getting when the Saints go marching in.
Bro, yes, bro.
You cannot get this anywhere else, bro. Only in napshotstudio. Saints, Southampton fans in Singapore. You sure or not?
Okay. The only Saint I know was St. Patrick, St. Gabriel, bro.
Okay, bro, bad joke. Bad joke, but you gotta try again. You got another 1 more hour for you to actually repair that, all right? But now, Let's start the
It
show,
happens in
bro.
the live show, lah. It happens.
It happens in live show. You know, bad jokes
I'm
are
sorry
good.
to all my fans. I apologize for my bad joke.
No problem at all. So right now, we got two guests, bro. The first one, Mighty Gunners. In fact, he was the vice captain of AFSG. Vice captain, bro. Towering figure.
Vice captain,
Vice captain, bro. Vice captain. Towering
midfielder.
figure.
If he's a captain in Arsenal, must be midfielder.
Midfielder. It must be midfielder, bro. All right.
Must have an attitude problem.
Attitude. That one I must check with him. Later he come on, we might want to ask him. All right. People talk so much about party time. This is the real time.
No, bro.
He's the real time.
Sorry. Party cannot lah, bro. You only associate party with Vadi.
Okay, I think that's a cheap cut. Okay. And then the next one, we got a teacher, bro. He's a teacher by trade. In the day, he's a teacher. At night, he's a devil. Is that even possible or not? MOE, how could you possibly let go? How can you don't legislate your teachers? How can they be a devil, a part-time devil? Or is he a full-time devil, a part-time teacher, bro? Maybe you ask him. Maybe you ask him. So right now, without further ado, for us to bring on board, it's our greatest pleasure to have two of our guests for tonight to preview the show for both the Arsenal and Manchester United corner. The first one, let's bring over we give the home side first, lah. The home Manchester United. Here you go, Mr. Lloyd in the house.
What up, Lloyd? What up?
Hey, hi. Thanks for having me.
Welcome to the Big Focus, love.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Faris, enough of the Joel joke, Faris. Get on with it. He's not here today.
I'm just trying because people say, you know, my fans they every time say the Joel, and I also want bro. I also want chemistry or not.
Okay. So for those of you guys, please forgive Faris. He's trying to build up the chemistry. But Lloyd, enough of Faris. How are you, man? Right now, wait. I want to ask you the question right now. How many times have you watched the repeat of the highlights of the PSG game yesterday? Come on, be honest with us. We won't judge you.
The Leipzig game, right?
Leipzig.
Haven't had time lah. I've been working until about 7+.
You sure not, Lloyd?
Yeah, school still has CCA lah.
You got CCA? Okay.
Until 7 p.m.
Okay, you know, in the internet culture, they say pictures or this is completely fake. I want to see your YouTube history. Let us see your YouTube history. Before we go further, before we introduce your sparring partner, all right, or that guy you are about to enter into a bout with, how long have you been a devil? Longer than you have been a teacher, I guess.
Definitely. I think since I was in primary 3, about 10 years old.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, so 30 years devil already.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Wait, does any of your
confirm lah. This fella full-time devil, part-time teacher lah. So confirm.
Confirm, bro. I told you already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lloyd, this is
I can see the flame. I can see the flame in him.
Okay, Lloyd, this dark desire of
Another
yours,
bad joke,
Farid, at this moment you gotta stop, man. Lloyd, this dark
No, we
desire.
make them count how many bad jokes I do for today.
Okay, this secret obsession with United. Again, is this well known and well acknowledged amongst your colleagues? Do they give you banter in the morning? Hey, Lloyd, you teacher now. How can you be a devil?
These 2 years cannot lah. My school a lot of Liverpool fans ah. You should see them since last season. They won the Champions League, then the league. Wow.
Then it started. Before that, Lloyd, who were all these people supporting? No football club, I guess.
Teachers still mainly Liverpool lah. Students mainly Chelsea and Man City.
Man City,
Man City. Wow, Man City.
Yeah.
Man, they need to be taught.
They have supporter.
Sorry?
They have supporter. Man City.
Hey, all the Man City supporters right now, they are teaching in wherever Lloyd is teaching right now. They're all in the same school. But Lloyd, you keep yourself tight, keep yourself warm. We're gonna invite, all right, another partner of yours. Okay, you ready? We bring in the guy, the vice captain, Mr. Aslan.
Yeah. Yo, Gunners,
Yeah, don't say Gunners, lah. Oh,
I kind of miss him, man, bro. I kind of miss him, man.
Controversial tag. Don't bring up Aslan. How are you, man? You good? How have you been doing?
I'm feeling great. Just missing our social football. I really miss.
What's happening right now with the Arsenal fan club or the soccer club that has actually being created out of the Arsenal fan group?
Yeah, I think we are since the lockdown, no soccer. So everybody is just patiently waiting and getting fatter and fatter each day. I think the moment I think the soccer resumes, right? I think we'll be like 100 kilo each. So no more sprinting. That's a good thing. No more sprinting.
Aslan, if they need help, all right, to feel good about themselves, all right, going over 100 kilos, they can ask my co-host. My co-host can actually give a bit of tip or two. Faris, maybe you can actually chime in one day. We have a brand new show on how to play. Bro, you see Faris, this guy can be unassuming. The way he dribbles, the kind of step over this guy can come up with, it will bedazzle anybody, bro. Okay? So, Faris, I know you are keeping quiet.
I'm like Luis Ronaldo.
Uh-huh.
But the fake version, now.
Now,
the current version,
The current
version. So.
But anyway, right now, guys, thank you so much for actually making your time to come up. I know, Aslan, there was a bit of a last-minute act. Right now, thank you so much. I know you've been dying to get on this show. So glad that we have you right now. So before we proceed with our first lesson proper, the teacher called it the first lesson proper, let's take a look at a video that we have created, all right, just to spice and also rile the spirit up, again in lieu of this eternal age derby. Oh! First of all, I'm going to start with Loy, man. Loy, looking at the derby and how feisty it was previous times, right? And maybe we want to start. I think there's only one place that we can start. The battle between the two captains, your Roy and my Patrick. First and foremost, talk through that time where during the 98, the late 90s, the early 2000s. Now, how much hatred do you have for Arsenal as a United fan?
Actually, hatred not really but kind of respect, and because the Arsene Wenger, when he came to join when he came to Premier League, right, it was really a breath of fresh air. So I remember that we lost the title when we lost the 1-0 game to a Mark Overmars goal. So there's Dennis Bergkamp, Mark Overmars, very very fluid, very good style of play different from the other British teams. So it's of course a lot of respect for him
Okay, and also Aslan, maybe I want to pose you the same question right now. A lot during those times, right? I'm very sure you have supported Arsenal even longer than many of us. In fact, I started in 97, 98. May I ask, when did the love affair with Arsenal started for you?
I think since I was primary 4. I'm not sure how old is it. I think more than 2 decades ago.
Wow. Okay, and I'm pretty sure you must have seen our captain, right?
Oh yes, man.
Mesmerizing display. And some, again, this is my opinion. I don't know whether, again, you would actually chime in with that as well. A lot of fans actually mentioned that we did not really properly replace people like Tony Adams and also Thierry Henry. But I believe after the loss of Patrick Vieira, that was the mark of decline for Arsenal.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
See, I miss the kind of the previous time where there was a Roy Keane, there was a Patrick Vieira. You know, those who you touch my guy, I'm going to kill you. You know, that kind of feisty captain who protects their players. I don't think we have it after Patrick Vieira. Look at it, we have Cesc Fabregas, and then we have Thierry Henry. You know, so on and so forth. These are they let the feet do the talking. You know, but there must be some dirty guy down there or some hard man that can dictate the play. Can just tell the opponent, you're not going to run over my guys. If you're going to run over my guys, you're going to run over me. You know, they kind of feisty. They have the Roy Keane. Then we have Martin Keown at that point of time. So I shall say that I miss the. Nowadays, I think Arsenal a little bit too soft, just a little bit too soft. Not as hard as they were, especially if the loss of Patrick Vieira is the biggest one.
The biggest
I really miss him.
And again, the same question, right, Faris? You were a neutral, right? You are a Liverpool fan. I think that's again a well-known fact. Again, as a neutral, watching us, United and also Arsenal at the pinnacle, at the height of the rivalry, how was it like for you as a neutral?
Bro, it was, you know the love affair I had with United started way back, right? So, because one of my good friends was a United fan. They hate the love affair.
The love affair.
So, I always, it's a fixture I look up on, bro. Every time Arsenal versus Man United, and the best fixture, the best match I saw was when Arsenal was wearing yellow. When Ruud Van Nistelrooy missed that penalty, bro.
Yes.
You know what? Oh. You know what I wish, no? You know what would be icing on the cake, no? Somebody slap him.
Yeah.
And people go to him, somebody slap his face, his clueless face. Yeah, I should have gone in the field and slapped him, sir.
I think that should be Martin
12-year-old
Keown
boy
though.
already had.
There was Martin Keown. There's only
Yeah.
one.
No, but
Keown.
whatever it is still the best match, bro. Vieira versus Roy Keane. Before
Yep.
the game start, they fight already, sir.
That's right.
Power,
And
yeah.
Yes.
And Lloyd, this is again the question that I actually have for you, right? What really happened to the flavor of this rivalry? Because it was supposed to be a rivalry that should be timeless, right? Nobody would have seen, or nobody would have actually foretold. A decade later, we both teams right now, we are both fighting for scraps instead of the top premiership, the most coveted silverware. Where do you think both of these teams have actually gone wrong over the years?
I think when Arsene Wenger settled for the 4th place every season, the lack of ambition. I mean, to build the Emirates Stadium, right? So claim no more money every season, aim for 4th, lah. So that's mediocrity set in, stop being relevant. Same thing for United, lah. When Ferguson retired, United straight away stop being relevant anymore. So no more rivalry, lah. When we are not on the top of our game. Now it's Liverpool versus Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea. But I think also it also plays a big part with Chelsea's rising.
Yeah, true. True.
Mm.
And I want to know, nice one, Paris. And this is where I want to just push this over to Azlan now. Azlan, my co-host here mentioned, rightly so, Chelsea. Do you actually chime in or do you concur with that point? When Chelsea rose into prominence, that was also, again, another reason why we also declined.
Yeah, but I think the rise of Chelsea it started through Abramovich. I think nowadays, the richer the owners, the more players they can buy, the more expensive players they can buy.
Yeah.
And then that creates, they are not building a team, no, they are just buying a team. To me, because if they are not building the team, then it's to like us, Arsenal, we have suffered a lot financially. So we don't have that financial power, we don't have that financial pool to attract the players, the big players. So that's where we struggle. That's why I think that's where Arsene Wenger start to just aim for 4th, because I do understand him, because I don't have the financial power to go up against these big players. So for me to have youth coming up and to have that minimal financial backing, and I have to be in the top 4 for quite some time, I should give respect to him also.
True. And I think many people actually discounted that fact, right? Only after that Wenger has actually left for good, and then we started to appreciate
correct. Yes,
the work,
right.
right? The work, the groundwork they have actually laid for Arsenal. And
Gila
now,
talak.
now we realize, wow, that was a tall order, but it was again achieved. In terms of the occurrence, right, it was so normal that we actually took it for granted. And that's probably, again, another humanistic value of us fans. We always take things for granted until we completely lose it. And then we start on the appreciation post. There's only one Wenger versus Mercy Arsene. But then again, right now, we let's just push it over to Lloyd right now. Lloyd, of course, this match, all right, again, will be well etched in many Arsenal and United fans' memory. I don't know whether you caught this game in full. I certainly did. And that also was the starting point of our 49 unbeaten run.
Yeah.
Invincibles, right? Yeah, how
Lloyd?
can I forget? We were supposed to beat you all thanks to the penalty miss.
And how frustrating it was for you, man? If you still can recall.
I mean, at the time, of course, very frustrating. You miss a penalty, you fail to win the match, then Arsenal go on an unbeaten streak. I mean, that lasted for more than a season, of course. But looking back at it was a great team, to be honest. I really respect them. I mean, that team was really, of course, they have a few close shaves versus Portsmouth, right? Okay, but the great team was great. Pires, Bergkamp, Henry, Vieira, I can't remember, was it Manuel Petit? The whole team was fantastic. Ashley Cole, Lauren. Yeah. I mean, it's a legendary team. My respect.
It was. And also, right after that, again, I just want to bring over this visual. Azlan, this was an era whereby, again, we were caught up for trying, right? We wanted to, again, try on a different financial model in terms of our development of youth. It was, again, becoming increasingly important because we wanted to bring more youth in instead of us just buying already established superstar. Again, that was almost contrary to what many other competitors were doing, namely people like Chelsea. And we lost a bit of ground doing so. But what do you remember best during this era? The Ramsey era, the Theo Walcott, Alex Song, and also the captain back then, Cesc Fabregas. What do you remember most about that era?
You see, at that point of time, we had a lot of youngsters, and they are like unknown for the time being. We didn't know who was Ramsey. We didn't know who was Jack Wilshere. We didn't know who's this Theo Walcott that they bought. I think the only time I saw him in a Southampton shirt was when he scored 1 goal, and then we bought him for like how many millions. So we were like a bit worried. Hey, alamak, I was like a bit worried. Die already. This one all youngster can pakai or cannot pakai. You want to throw. But at that point of time, I think they started a bit late. I think when they start to play, I think most of them are not in the game yet. But then if you think about it, in the long run, when it was 5 years later, then you saw, Jack Wilshere was quite power, and then you got Ramsey, then we had Fabregas, then we got Walcott also was one time before he keep getting injured, always on the sideline. He was also fantastic. So at the point of time, at this era, when you start the youngsters phase, it's quite worrying because we want to start the youngsters, bring up the youngsters. At the same time, Chelsea was buying all the big superstars.
Yeah, man. Yeah, true.
Then that put the pressure on ourselves lah. But and then a lot of fans were like calling, keep buying. And then at the same time, if you could remember, we have the youngsters, and then when they groom up to become a good superstar, they sell them away. So we become a selling club. So that's a bit frustrating, but I always believe to look forward lah. You sell, see what. I always look forward. Okay, let's see who's the next one coming in, because there's Arsenal, so there's always somebody new coming up, rising up.
Oh, great point as well. Great point. And I'm Faris. Again, as a neutral, always right. When you were looking and you were observing the decline of Arsenal, it was slow and steady, but for sure it was happening, and it was happening in front of our very eyes. What was your impression when we were going on that steep down?
I mean, you guys really went down when Arsene Wenger left, so it's a very big shoes to fill. You know, you guys had a taste of it. United also had a taste of it when Alex Ferguson when he left. So it's quite sad, but in a way it's also quite good We one less competitor
Yep.
So when the start you all go up, and when you all go down, we all go up.
True. So, right, and and that was the fair balance. It seems like a seesaw effect.
I suffered the Jay Spearing days. So
Anthony Mitalek, Sinama Ponggole.
Anthony Mitalek, Andy Boronin, all those master class players,
Master class players, right?
Okay, bro.
This is not your session yet to pour your heart out. Right? Okay, maybe Loy, I want to give it to you, Loy. Again, this is right now monumental. It is so momentous right now. Every year, social media will never fail to remind us of this beautiful scoreline. At least, all right, if you are a United fan. Talk us through. When this happened, you must be rubbing your eyes, man. This was not supposed to be true, right?
Definitely, when you see Ashley Young score, wow, this is special already. Then you to beat them by so many goals. I mean, it just by sometimes happens lah. I mean, it happened to us versus Spurs also. Then like the versus Leipzig, so sometimes they just gave up or something. Nothing was going right. It just happened. Doesn't mean Arsenal was shit.
It was a tactical masterclass. I think.
Yeah. Then the momentum builds up.
And also right now, Lloyd.
Sorry.
Sorry, and for you, when it comes to the A2 scoreline, right? Do you actually keep it inside your Arsenal when you come up with your better? When an Arsenal fan come up to you, hey Lloyd, we just beaten you, and then you come up with this picture.
I really hate to mention it, hate to mention it. That's too much already,
You sure now, brother?
Another A2, remember? It happened again last season.
I just say Van Persie.
Sorry, Lloyd. Okay. Now the Van Persie card has been thrown out. All right, by Lloyd. Aslan, our captain, the guy who was supposed to drag us out of the mire, but then he ended up. Apparently, he listened to that boy inside of him to actually swap over the red of Arsenal to the red of the Devils. When he actually made that dreaded move, I want to hear your thoughts on it.
Well, I think I don't. To be honest, I don't really favor Van Persie. Yeah, he's a great striker. Yes. Yeah, I don't really. I don't really favor him that much lah. So when he was scoring the goals for us, I was like, okay, this guy is okay, not good, not bad, but he's not the type of striker I like. So when he decided to go to Man U, I think he was in 30s or maybe the late 20s, early 30s. So I was like,
late 20s.
So I was like, okay lah, standard lah. Arsenal always late 20, 30 only sell away. So Man U will keep buying all these old birds. I was like hoping go away and make Man U drop lah. Alamak, sekali he go there make Man U win. Jalan dia.
One season only lah.
And in truth, right, we were hoping for that effect. It didn't happen, right?
It didn't happen lah. It happened on the second season.
But bro, at least if there's a saving grace, Sanchez did the job for us. Agent Sanchez.
You're right.
Agent Sanchez did the job for us. Lloyd,
yes,
I know right now you're covering your face probably in shame and embarrassment, but not to worry, bro. Not to worry. We got a couple of players right now who are complete Deadwood, but we are still paying top money to him. Cue Mr. Ozil. But right now, let's head over to the comment section right now. We've got ZAK. What's up, fellas? And then, bro, there's a pot shot straight for you from Khairuddin Salim. Shut up, Faris. DGMU. Who is this? Who is this Khairuddin Salim?
Good people have a lot of haters. So.
Okay, no, true. I agree. I agree. In that respect. You all don't know. What's up, fellas? Due to school commitments, I had to bottle it. Nonetheless, having Faris is going to be amazing because Sheikh Haikal lookalike is going to kill it. And then Anwari PC face. Sudah Joel. Keep your PC face lah. Tak boleh pakai, bro. This one currency cannot use here.
Can I use that?
CK Lim. Hello, Napshot.
Hello. What up, CK Lim?
Hello, love. And we got Kelvin the Gill.
Super safe.
Super safe. All right, Kel, you gotta wait for it, man. You can actually sense it.
Hold your horses.
Yeah, you can actually sense the excitement. Not yet. And then usually Milo boys can get that ball picker boys job. Yeah, true, man.
But sorry, I holic. So that's why I never get. I holic boy.
I thought you tarik. Come on,
No, tarik when I get older, bro. When I young.
Sorry, Roy. This is getting back to us, Roy. It's the Malay joke, Roy. It's a Malay joke. Thanks, Rice. It means a lot. Napshot Football United is always a team effort. Team effort makes the dream work. Joel and his rubbish.
Thank you, Joel.
Parliamentary talk.
He's sweet talking.
Sweet talking. He's trying to compensate. Rasvinder, come on, Faris. There is Saint Andrews too, right? Oh, this is they're having their internal conversation. Sean Gill, what's up, Sean? Menu the best.
The best of what? The best of what?
Arsenal will lose. All right.
Oh,
and then,
nice vocabulary.
Bro, alamak, Faris, baju ronyo, bro. Okay, Lloyd, it means it's crumpled. It's crumpled.
Crumpled. Okay.
And also, Aslan, I don't know how much you. I don't know how much you pay. How much you pay this guy to actually sing you lullaby? But this guy mentioned Aslan, free kick specialist.
We love to have you in the team.
When I was younger.
And then we got Paul Wu.
Young.
We got Paul Wu. We march on. All right. For those of you guys who might be wondering, hey, Paul is a brand new name, man. In this comment section, wait for him. He will make his maiden appearance later on.
Yeah, his debut.
And then that Arsenal game against United with Keon and Ruth saga is like Diwali in my household every year. A classic game with so much emotions. Kel, I just want to know, did you do that clothesline from the back to any one of your family members?
You have the potential to do it now, bro. You have the potential.
Kel has the potential to do it.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a dangerous bayi, yeah? He's a dangerous bayi. Watch out for Kel, On Monday, you can see him. All right, Ju Chow. Southampton ended Arsenal's 22-match unbeaten run. Ju, if you want to go about who ended whose unbeaten run, we got so many to talk about, man. Southampton also ended a recent run from Evertonians. Although it was only 5 matches, but still, they were the guys. So they are no saints at all, They are no saints at all. And then, question, Gunners fan, you guys concerned about the form of Auburn? Come on, let's get straight into the heart of all the action right now. Aslan, I want you to take this on. In the Premier League, after the bumper contract, 350k per week, Auba has only produced that one solitary goal against Fulham opening match, and right after that, he went Houdini. David Copperfield style. Boom! Into thin air. Are we? Should we be worried right now? Because I am. What about you?
I think his form has not been so great these few games. I think I would love to see him play in the center rather at the sides. if you have noticed past few games, he's quite missed a lot of sitters, So that's very worrying for a world-class striker to miss one-on-ones, to miss an easy tap in. It's very worrying. It's not quite worrying. I think it's very worrying. He needs to pick up the form, because if the captain doesn't do it, the players will not follow. If the captain is on red hot form, then the players will follow. He has to lead by example with his feet and with his attitude as well. But on side note, I still prefer him to play in the center, because I didn't think Laka has been great in front of goal as well. So I think
playing there.
One more game. I want to ask you, Azlan, is he called captain material?
You ask me to see the rest of the teammates. I do not think so. I would rather have. Yeah, many people don't hate Saka because of his mobility is too slow. I prefer that kind of captain, like Patrick. Like I say, I would always love a vocal captain. He doesn't have to be the best in the team, but he has to be the most vocal. So I think Saka, before that scandal where he asked the fans to quiet down, I think we have to give him a lot of credit, because he's doing a very backstage job. He's not a flair player. But he's passing, he's tackling, and I think he's the leadership. He's the captain for the Switzerland as well. I think he should make the better captain. But if David Luiz were to stay, if David Luiz will be longer in Arsenal, I think he's the best. But I think even not right.
He changed parts more than he changed underwear, man.
But I really hope Laka don't play against Man U.
Okay. Laka don't play sounds like a song. Laka don't play. I think
but he's your top scorer.
He is our top scorer. He is our top scorer. And right now, Loy, I want to ask you this question, right? So this guy right now, okay, he was once our captain, and then he became that guy who actually delivered the last silverware or the last Premier League title for you guys. Right now, you have another red hot striker in town, all right? After his charity work in the community that got lambasted by a certain fan in Singapore. I know later on I will expose him. He kept on saying, "Hey, Rashi, you should concentrate on your football, man. Start finishing those chances. Lesser social work, more football." But right now, he's proving the doubters wrong. What do you make of Marcus Rashford sudden upturn when it comes to form right now?
Especially the opponent.
But to be honest, I think United fans always never thought that Rashford is a pure finisher. He's not like Van Persie for sure. It's no Van Persie of an destroyer. Not the kind of mode. I mean, he when in red hot form, of course, he can score a lot, but he can still be quite inconsistent. His strength is, I would say Martial or even Cavani is more pure number 9 than Rashford is So yeah, well, I mean, you may well end up on a goal drop the few games but right now it's a very hot form for sure. That's for sure. He must play. He definitely must start.
How long will he last? It's another question.
Yeah,
rather his fitness last.
As well, right? For how long? His fitness last, correct. And again, Loy, same like Azlan, there is another question that is again directed at you. We won PSG, then drew with Chelsea, won Leipzig. We are so close to qualifying for the KO or knockout stages rather. How do you see us approaching Arsenal? You think the thing with United right now, right? It's a bit of Jekyll and Hyde. They blow hot and then they blow cold. Especially if you were to take this all the way back against the Chelsea match, everybody wanted United to go on all-throng attack because Chelsea was there for the taking. You guys were playing home, and that was again you guys were coming off from that big bounce from Paris, but you guys did not. You guys were really conservative. You guys were really reserved. And again, you guys were playing with a lot of handbrakes on. And how, I just want to, again, alluding to this question, how do you actually see Man United right now approaching Arsenal's game?
This one you see Solskjaer, he's been playing 3 different formations or 3 different setup versus 3 different teams. So versus PSG is a classic defend and then counter. Versus Chelsea, again, we defended, we had to play Daniel James up front. You assume that Lampard will set up to attack, then we'll just pick them off on the counter. So against Leipzig, quite surprisingly, it was very positive. We matched them we only played 2 defensive midfielders, but we had two attacking midfielders, Pogba and Van der Beek to support the 2 strikers. So it was very good. Was it more like a diamond 4 in the end? I'm not sure. So it depends on whether, hopefully, he will still be positive and take the game to Arsenal. I think we can definitely score lah.
Okay.
Even if
And do you
concede
think
one or
Ole
two,
will
we can
do that
definitely
though?
score. Who knows? He's been so inconsistent.
Okay, wow.
The only thing consistent about Ole is that he's been so inconsistent with his tactics. I have no idea what he's up to.
Inconsistent. Dude, that's becoming a bit of a coin term, that he is consistent in being inconsistent. Wow, how time have actually changed for United right now. But now, Azlan, I want to talk about this guy. Mikel Arteta, right? What was trending a few months back was trust Arteta, trust the process, back Mikel. At this current moment, he's a bit of in a quicksand position. Because if you lose this match, right, he will deepen the turmoil, the current existing turmoil that we're in right now, especially after that surprise defeat against Leicester. I want to pose you this question. As an Arsenal fan, where do you stand on Mikel Arteta, his tactics?
I think I feel that he's not fixed. He doesn't have a fixed tactics yet. He's still trying out. Sometimes he's played 3 at the back, then with the wing backs, sometimes dropping when the defending becomes 5 back. Sometimes you see him play at 4. So I think he's still trying to make do. He has the plan, but I still think he's trying to find the right players for the right tactics. So I would give him the tactics is there. It's been fantastic. If you see the FA Cup final win, we saw that this guy has the brains. So we need to give him some time, especially the transfer window now has closed. He wanted to have that ball playing hard man in the center. So he waited till the last minute until they got Partey.
Yep.
So I think the Partey and the Gabriel is the kind of player that he wants, the ball playing players. Yep. So now I feel that he has the players and to play his preferred formation and tech strategies. So I think we got to give him a few more games. I don't think win or lose this Manchester United game, this coming game. I don't think it justifies his hard work. We have to give him some time.
Okay, and also again before we move to Loy, right now, of course, after the defeat against Leicester, our fan base went into a complete meltdown, right? And that's usually what happened to Arsenal and their fan base. Right now, again, we are so vulnerable, we are so fragile. At any touch, we will just crumble. But then again, I am also of a certain belief, right? I don't know about you. I just want you to come in with your own opinion as well. Yes, he brought us a bit of joy at the end of the season. That was really a dire season, a season to be forgotten by any Arsenal fan. Yes, he has actually, again, there was a mark of improvement from Arteta, the way he plays. There is a bit established style of play. Of course, defensively, we are more resolute than what we were under Unai. And even, again, if you were to compare this up against Arsene Wenger. But do you think, again, all this criticism that is being shouldered on Arteta, that is being showered or heaped upon him, is it fair for him, Arteta, for you, and also again before you do so, because I'm from this belief that yes, you might do good now, or rather, where you might have done good for the past few matches, but that does not absolve you from any kind of criticism. Like no manager right now should be walking on the Premier League ground with an immunity cloak. And nobody, like I mentioned, right, nobody should be absolved from criticism. And so long it's justifiable and it's within the reserve or the justification rights. What do you feel about that?
I think we should back our manager rather than criticize him. You see, this season is very interesting because we had Solskjaer, we had Lampard, and then now we have Arteta emerging at their respective clubs. I think the results, it is important. I'm not saying that it's not important, but we should expect a little bit ups and downs because, hey, they are new guys and they are new managers. So we give them some time. You know, like Arteta, when he came in, you see now we don't have Socrates playing, we don't have Ozil playing, we don't have Mustafi playing, because these are the kind of players that he feels that doesn't suit his game style. So some players are frustrated. Hey, alamak, why don't have Ozil? Why don't have Mustafi or I think Mustafi nobody cares or Socrates.
They will care, bro. If they're not an Arsenal fan, they will care.
Yeah, because you see, what you can see is this Arteta is trying to figure out his best 11 that can play the way he wants the football to be played. So I think we have to give him some time. We have to back our managers. I mean, it's still early though. Just to make things sweet, he won us the FA Cup. He won us the Community Cup. You got to give him some credit. You cannot just turn your bets overnight.
Okay, good one. Really, really passionate rallying cry for all Arsenal fans out there. If you are just toying the idea of # Mikel out or Arteta out, hold on for a while. Let's give him a bit of time. Let's give him a bit of time.
Trust the manager lah.
Got trust for a while, man. And again, Lloyd, in that same tone and respect, talking about manager and giving them a bit of time. Again, another manager who will always come under fire after an undesirable result. And I always want to reiterate my belief. Again, I don't want to plant any seeds of thoughts into anybody, but that notion that, you should always back your manager blindly, no matter what they do, is always trust the process. I believe that notion is a complete fallacy. Nobody should always be pressured to support, to be blindsided when it comes to faith. Where do you stand on Oli and all those people who the detractors, the doubters out there?
Well, after the 6-1 result, right, actually I also wanted him to go, seriously, because I think the thing is he really better than the other top 6 managers? Is he better than Brendan Rodgers? Is he better than Klopp? No, will he take the job? If not for the fact that he's a United legend, will he have gotten the job on his own merit? I don't think so. Can he get a similar? Can he get the job position at Everton if he's available? I don't think so. So and some more Pochettino is always available. So I think short term, yes. I mean, Ole has bought himself some time, of course, lah. But I feel it's just a bad result away from being sacked. I think I would rather hire Pochettino because he has a way more impressive CV, lah. So if you we spend so much on players. Sorry,
are you surprised by Lloyd's statement?
No, you see, but not surprised, bro. A lot of United fans wants Pochettino, but the question I ask: are they willing to wait for 5 years? Because when you take Pochettino, it's not going to be a one season wonder. No? It's going to be a project. It's going to be similar to what Klopp did with Liverpool. So are you guys willing to wait? No, because it seems that fan base is desperate for silverware. No.
I don't think we need to wait 5 years. Or you already have a much stronger base. Than to be fair, when Klopp took over, you were saying what, right? You're saying that you had places like Voronin lah, all the you had Charlie and
bro. Voronin long gone, bro.
Yep.
Yeah. Those are the memories that
Karius as our goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So now we have such a strong base. So you have De Gea, we have Dean Henderson, our centre backs. I mean, Maguire and the rest are pretty solid players. And the midfield is world class. I mean, okay,
but do they
Premier League
play
class
according to the style of Pochettino?
I feel that
Yes,
that's true.
Because
I feel
it's a very different ball game, It's a
for me,
very
if
different ball game.
you change the manager, you need to change. You need to change your chop your team. And according to the new manager, then you have to wait some more. That's the difficult part.
You guys willing to wait or not?
Yeah.
Levels.
You see what Mourinho did with Tottenham? He don't start with his original team that he inherited last season. The second season. So
Lloyd?
Tottenham are willing to wait lah, but
so how United? Are you guys willing to wait, or will this be again just another?
Well, I think I watched. Okay, you can't define Ole by the big games, because Ole, to be fair, he's done very well in all the big games, but it's against teams like Brighton, Crystal Palace. You see, he's the same level as Moyes. There's no idea, there's no passing, there's no defense.
Yeah,
I mean,
correct.
Anyone can set up a team to defend, then pump the long ball for Martial and Rashford to chase. That's why he bought Daniel James to chase all the long ball. So when Chelsea set out to defend, then we ran out of ideas already.
Quite true.
So,
they are keen for the European Super League because they only play good against the big teams.
Hey, Farid,
that's one way to look at it.
I did not bring you up. I did not bring you up so that you can hantam our United guests, okay? All right.
Bro, it's in me, bro. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
But Lloyd, I want you to quickly take this up right now. Where do you see the game being won or lost? United versus Arsenal, defense, midfield. Where do you see the most integral part of the pitch, where the battle will be hardly fought?
Wow, that's a hard one to answer. Well, I think it will be tactics, I guess. It sees whether want to think too much or not. If we just play the natural game, play our best team, I think we can give Arsenal a good game. I think really confident. Yeah,
really
but
confident.
if we start Daniel James up front, then we might as well start with 10 men already.
I hope Daniel James starts lah.
We hope, bro. Let's pray together. Let's pray together. All right, Sunday, you and me, and also Faris, congregational prayer that James will actually start. Okay, but anyway, this is a head-to-head right now for you guys. Just to add a bit of context into this conversation right now. When it comes
24
to
wins,
yeah, man. This is of course being played at Old Trafford alone. All right. So 56 played and then 24 going over to the United's corner. 15. Wow, not too bad, man. Not too bad. No. This is in totality. Sorry, my bad. In totality right now. So that is 16 home, 12 away. So in terms of when you play at Old Trafford, Aslan, for Arsenal, you don't get much out of Old Trafford, right? Our visit to Old Trafford has never been a good hunting day for us. I think the last time we won was the Fabregas assist for Adebayo, that Topok.
That's right.
That was the last time.
That tonjol, bro.
That tonjol. That was the last time we actually won at Old Trafford. They went through a couple of changes with the managers. They've been through the lowest of low, and yet we still didn't manage to beat them. What's up with us and our mentality when it comes to Old Trafford, Aslan?
I'm not too sure, but I don't think that mentality is the same for this coming match. Because if you compare Man U and Arsenal, actually we are on the same rocking boat. With the new manager, we also have the new manager. Then they have Harry Maguire who did the UFC Khabib takedown. Their defense has not.
It might happen again. It might happen again.
Their defense has not been great at all. Arsenal defense has not been great too. And they have Donny van de Beek. To me, is a very good midfielder, but he's a new guy to the team. And we also had Partey, who's also a very good midfielder, also new guy in the team. Yeah, I think it's fairly balanced. I think the game when we go to Old Trafford this Sunday or what, I don't think it's the same mentality as last time. Where when we at home we see alamak Old Trafford die already. Macam alamak this one so calat one. We already start to think alamak ni mati ni. Hopefully their star player get injured or something like that. But nowadays Old Trafford Old Trafford we just try. They also rocking. They are just rocking the same boat as us. So why we just go head to head? Go head on, try our best.
And Aslan, right now, before we start close, right now we've got the Southampton boys right now who are really waiting to come on board. If you are Mikel Arteta right now, if you are wearing that famous black cardigan or face, how would you set up against United right now this Sunday?
I will still play with the back three. I just love the way he plays. I don't favor a back three, but Mikel Arteta has made me love the back three. I play with the back three, and then I would play Alba in the center, striker. And I bring in Bukayo Saka, and on the right we bring in Nico Pepe. Then in the center we might have Partey. Then behind the striker we put Denis Ceballos, or maybe Partey can partner with Granit Xhaka. That would be great. Because for me the defense Gabriel and David Luiz, and maybe just bring in one more. And hopefully not Mustafi lah. and Kieran Tierney will be great.
Yes, correct. And that's right now. I think when you mentioned Gabriel has been a bedrock for us. He has been He has been that one glimpse of that ray of light in what is right now turning into a really dire and bleak season for Arsenal. And it's really funny that we speak of again those terms because it's only 6 games into the league, but right now the mood has been dampened thoroughly. But how worried right now? If you read this comment right now, United don't need any new manager. What they really need is a good referee like Howard Webb.
We need VAR.
VAR, because penalty decision always goes their way. All right, and you talk about refereeing decision always go their way. And now to compound our misery, Aslan, Mike Dean, the Golem, will be the man in charge this Sunday. Is that a worrying sign?
Goodness.
Does that mean game over for us now?
Then you must get ready your cameras for the Khabib takedown again from Maguire. It's going to be if you're telling me it's Mike Dean, my goodness, it's like 12 against 11. But don't worry, we'll still battle through. Aslan,
man. Aslan is the real winner right now. Even I can be half that positive. Azan, you're a star, man. You're a star. So hold on for a while. So right now, Lloyd, I just want to go on to you right now. United got all the players they need, but what defined them as United back then was character. Let's talk about the character right now. Definitely, we've seen over the past few matches, especially during those European nights, you talk about character, they have actually answered those calls, right? They have actually stepped up to the plate. Do you see them doing so again against Arsenal this weekend?
Well, I think it starts from the manager lah. You set out a team to defend. Of course, they will straight away think, safety first. If like they there's to go against Leipzig, there's to go toe to toe with them. Of course, they feel that they gave us license to attack. They give Pogba and Van de Beek, you give them the full license to roam. Of course, they can attack. So I think it starts from manager first lah.
Okay. And then, so right now, if they set up the way he set up usually during the European nights, Again, is this an easy taking for you against Arsenal? Do you see your team completely annihilating Arsenal and put them
I
in
don't
our
think
place?
so.
Put them in their place?
Arteta is no. I have full respect for Arsenal. They're still a very good team. So I no, there's no such thing, okay. I mean, Leipzig were very good form and they got hammered by us. So
Yeah.
the same opposite thing could happen again this Sunday. So you never know.
Wait. Same thing could happen to who? To Arsenal or to United?
I mean, same to United could get hammered also.
To
I
United,
mean, one wrong.
okay. Just making sure, Lloyd. Okay. So right now, Lloyd has already chimed in, and so has Azlan. Guys, I just want you all to come out with the most dreaded part of the show. Because why? Because if you get it wrong, if you completely skewed your prediction, people will look for you personally on your Instagram or Facebook. Okay, and they will laugh at you. All right, they are really vicious bunch of people. But then again, Lloyd, I want to start with you. United Arsenal, what will be your score prediction?
Okay, United to win 2-0.
Wow, clean sheet, Azlan.
Yeah, I don't see Lacazette scoring lah.
Wow,
Hey, Lacazette is not our main scorer, brother. Please,
He's playing center. What?
We got Alba, we got Pepe, brother. Relax, Hey, alamak, your goalkeeper also not so good, nowadays.
You see the hair last time or not? He's back to his best already, man.
But Azlan,
Alamak,
Azlan, wait. Before you go all rambling or before you go and ramage this guy, our keeper must be said. He is also fallible to a lot of prone, okay?
Yeah,
Don't
correct. I think for me, Leno has been great. It's just that the last Europa League game, alamak, quite scary. Where he missed kick. I mean, it's quite. Luckily, it doesn't end up in a goal or anything like that. But you see, like that's why I say this game, you cannot see the history. Don't see about Man U's history or Arsenal history. It's about now, because now it's totally different. You should go in without fear, because for both teams, for Man U as well, it's not like alamak, I play against Arsenal or I play against Man U. No. You have to go in toe to toe, head to head, because it's a brand new team. It's a brand new situation. Go for it. I'm looking at a 2-1 win for Arsenal.
2-1 win Arsenal. And again,
Yes,
I just want to pick your brains, man. Who will be the scorers for us? Because we don't look like scoring anytime soon.
Yeah, I would be surprised to see Alba to score, and I would love to see Pepe to score.
Okay.
Because Pepe scores when you least expect him.
That's it. Bro. And that's a bad thing though, because we always expect him to perform. So with the fact that he only perform when we least expect him to do so, I think that's a dangerous line, man. That's really dangerous.
I will be praying for Laka to score, so Loy will keep quiet.
Yes. Laka scores. All right, I will invite you again.
Consolation,
But I'm a Laka fan, sir.
I'm a Laka fan as well. I'm a Laka fan. Okay. So there you go, Faris. Both guests, Loy 2-0 to United, of course, and then Azlan pledging 2-1 for the Gunners. Hopefully, all right, the scoreline will turn into my favor, Arsenal, of course, Azlan. But then, Loy, we really want to thank you so much for making this time to come up again. You have been such a fun chap to speak to. Again, some really unpopular opinion, especially about Ole. I want you back once we actually have the opportunity to invite another United fan. Thank you so much, Lloyd. And Azlan,
thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Man of the match, man. Real character. I really love your spirit, your energy. We shall see you in the near future. More of you. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Football is
Thanks
life.
for coming, guys.
Thanks for coming, guys. Thank you so much, Azlan.
Good luck, Lloyd.
Bye.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, bro. That's done. Okay. Fuh. So
Very
Azlan,
hot, yeah, bro. Very hot, yeah.
Wow, Azlan never give face, bro. He hantam.
Yeah, hantam like nobody business.
Flying kick, left, right, center. Wow, that's the spirit,
Lucky,
man.
no, I tell you, lucky Loy is a teacher. No?
Why? If he wasn't?
If he wasn't, I think his French will be very fluent.
And also Lee Alexander. Hey! Alexander, we were waiting for your comments, man. I say 2-1 to the mighty Gunners.
Where was he the whole time, man?
That's why. No, bro.
Alamak.
He will come out after we actually bash Dunked Out FC. So if this show was on Saturday, you will see Alexander. And then you can call me Rizal. Gabriel scores lah. Pepe can dream on. I would take any one of them. I would take absolutely any one of them to actually score. So right now, it's all done. Let's bring on the next agenda. Man, this has got me really excited, man, Faris.
Yes, yeah.
What I don't know about you, but once I knew that they were coming up, first of all, I asked Joel, hey, Joel, you sure or not, bro? You don't make up stories just because you're not coming for tomorrow, you know. You just don't try to actually don't try to coax me into believing that "Oh, not to worry, Anwari, I'm not here, but I've already done my job. I've gotten you the best guest you can ever wish for." So and then he showed me, "No, really, I really have actually gotten them as part of the list." And now it's our pleasure, Faris, to invite two representatives. They call themselves the Singa Saints. Can you pronounce it?
Singa Saints.
Can you do it repeatedly?
Singa Saints.
It's a bit of a tongue twister. Do it. Singa Saints, Singa Saints.
Singa Saints, like Singa Sing.
Singa Sing, Singa Sing.
Singa Sing.
But right now, let's not waste any more time. Let's introduce first of all Chia Long and also Paul
Chia
from
Long,
the Singa
Paul
Sing. Woo!
Hi guys,
When the Saint goes singing.
I wanna be in that number. When the things go marching.
Wow, Faris.
Yeah.
Paul and Chia Long, I know you guys are now clad, all right, in the beautiful jerseys of yours, representing the Saints. But I've got a surprise package tonight. You two are not the only two Saints fans for tonight, because lo and behold, jeng jeng jeng, when the sign in Gotham City.
You see the link, no? You see the link,
My
no?
goodness. Faris, is this like XXXXL or something?
Oh, this is the I just got it today, man. I just got it today.
Oh, right, man.
Yeah.
Paul, I just want to ask you right now, is the registration all closely shut for a new member to enter?
Secret spy from Liverpool, we have to vet the process a bit.
Oh, okay, you should. Dangerous bunch of guys, huh? Dangerous bunch of
No,
guys.
bro, but
Espionage mission.
I
Yes.
don't need to register, bro. Because
Why?
Southampton is registered under Liverpool.
That's
Okay.
right.
Feed up.
You see,
Okay.
when when you have the best player, we take.
Okay.
But when our player not performing, we give you.
And then they perform on my side, okay? They perform when they come back.
Bro.
Danny Ings.
You
All right.
I scratch your back, you scratch my back.
But then, guys, it's really, really great to have both of you right now on board for Napshot Studio. Again, this is just reaffirming our belief and our philosophy to bring on board and bring forth not only your traditional 6 top clubs, all right, the well-supported club, but we also bring you all people from Southampton and Southampton supporters. You don't get that often. Faris,
You don't.
I kid you
I
not.
don't know, bro.
Bro, you have a better chance to hit Toto, all right, category 1 with additional number. You probably in your lifetime, you have a better chance of getting that than speaking to a Saints fan. I want to push it to Chia Long first. Chia Long, the love affair with Southampton.
Mm-hmm.
How can you possibly support Southampton? When did it start?
Okay, I need to correct you first. It's easier to hit Toto, honestly.
It's definitely
if you guys don't know, but in our group chat, the Singa Saints, we have about 60 packs, which is quite a lot. Yeah, so you may not see them, but in our heart, there's a lot of us out there, actually.
In your heart, that's very hard, Chia Long, to get into your heart. But right now, for yourself personally, right? Again, you supporting Southampton, how did it start for you?
I guess that time when I was 13 years old, I was a basketball fan, kind of like NBA. And then I was just watching the Premier League highlights on Sunday randomly, and saw this crazy guy kicking the ball into the net like nobody's business. And the guy is Matt Letizia.
Of course.
Yeah,
of course. Matt Letizia. According to Paul, Le God.
Yes.
Definitely.
Hey, let Paul describe Matt Letizia.
Okay, yes, Paul. Do be honest.
Well, Chia Long is actually the same age as me, even though I look a lot older than him.
You don't actually, Paul. You don't.
So I personally fell for Southampton in 1997. That was when, also because of Matt Letizia. I mean, you look at me, okay? You look at me, you look at Matt Letizia. Where can you find someone who is fat and slow and deadly?
There, my co-host. My co-host.
It's really easy. You can just go to YouTube and find any of the top Matt Letizia goals, and you will be totally blown away.
True.
Yeah, and we are just amazed how he saved the team from relegation season in, season out. That was then. And so I think Chia Long and I share the same sentiment. We are just hard for the underdog.
All right, and Paul, I like to really ask this question because I really feel it. I really find it's intriguing to know. Was there a particular match that you were watching? You were supposed to support the team that is not clad in red and white, right? You were supposed to watch them, but instead, the love fell the other corner.
It's quite common among the 60 of us in the WhatsApp group chat. Actually, I have a Liverpool jersey at home.
Oh, Lamar.
So Faris, I can swap with you. No. So you need to understand there were seasons when Southampton is not in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Right.
True.
And those were the seasons where I tend to watch Liverpool a little bit more. So
I see. Okay.
But apart from that, the most memorable match has always been that 6-3 win that we had over Man United. Wow. I don't know whether you've watched that before, but there was a game as such.
It's always in the archive, right, of the Premier League.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the match.
Yeah.
Perfect. And look, Faris, we've got a couple of Saints fans just coming in. Thank you so much, guys. Please keep it flowing. We've got one famous Saints supporter, right? Andy Pender. Remember him? I always remember him as a co-host for Football Crazy, right? On Sunday. He, I think, Colette Wong, and there was PJ Roberts, and he is always running his mouth off about Saints. But I don't think back then it was really anything mesmerizing to be supporting them, because I remember he was always doom and gloom on Sunday morning. Right? But how times have actually changed massively right now. And then we've got EP Wilson as well. We are here. Singa Saints, all right, from Eric. They all here, man. Perfect. And then we've got another one, Andy. Wow. Also another one for you, Faris. Maybe that you want to consider this comment. Say Faris, Ping Club from Liverpool, now Saints fans,
Bro, no ping. We got the connection there. We are still red and white, bro. We are still red and white. Yeah.
Red and white. Okay. Yeah. And before we start,
north part, there is south part.
And before we start with the current form, I want to put this to Chia Long first. Your youth academy, all right, something that you can hold in high regard. I think not many English club can sing really loud and proud about the academy. And we can take this all the way back to the early 90s. Look at that guy, man. I think nobody will remember him right now. Look at the haircut. Hey, he looks a bit like Rick. Bro, like Rick Astley.
Yeah.
Bro, look a bit like Rick Astley, But you can go on and on.
You're never gonna give you up, man.
You can just go on and on. There's completely an endless list, right, Chia Long? What do you make of the youth academy? And again, I also want to know how come that particular academy can keep churning out from your conveyor belt talent after talent after talent. What are you guys doing right?
If you ask me, I honestly don't know the answer, but I guess because we are Southampton, anything can happen. So that's the first thing. But I think over the years, right, Southampton, we are very focused on the academy. This is like we really have a strong focus on that. So I won't be surprised that we have all these youngsters. But the unfortunate thing is the last few years we haven't come out with like great youngsters. That was maybe since the time Lallana, Gareth Bale. Then we don't have many more. But last time we had a lot.
Okay. All right. Last time you had a lot.
Yeah. And we do have quite a few who are still plying their trade and doing pretty well. So we have Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. He's from Southampton. But you've got Luke Shaw.
Both of us had the taste of Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Yeah, man. Right. And you have Calum Chambers, Luke Shaw.
Okay.
And actually, James Ward-Prowse.
True.
He's actually one of the best free kick takers. Takers right now.
Specialist. No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. And when it comes to again the youth act right now, look at them. Wow, really ecstatic with that victory. Who is that one current youth prospect, right, Paul? If you can just educate us right now, who is that one guy we ought to look out for?
There are quite a number. Jia Long, how about Jia Long? You share first. Let me think through this.
We just got a glimpse of this new forward striker. I can't pronounce it. Lundulu or something like that. Yeah. Okay. It's a black guy, a very tall, lanky guy. And Ralph was saying that he's the different kind of strikers from what we have, and from the way he runs, he passes, he looks very different. And he looks quite promising. And doing quite well in the reserve team, so that's quite promising. Okay. Other than that, I was actually marginally, I would say, quite impressed with Will Smallbone.
Okay, Will Smallbone.
Smallbone, yeah. He's playing in the central midfield, but sometimes he plays on the right. taking in place of Ward-Prowse. And I thought he's a very neat and tidy player. Definitely not the Gareth Bale kind, very energetic, very powerful kind, but no, he's neat and tidy and can clear up stuff. So yeah, these are two players that I thought not too bad.
All right, and Paul, yourself?
For me, I okay, good players have weird names. So this guy, yeah, like Drew say, right? And Bindulu, you know, when I first got his name, I started to call him Bindulu first, and I thought that was wrong. Will Smallbone, another weird name. We have one pretty good young guy called Nathan Tella. So we try to keep it short and call him Nutella. Then there's a fourth guy, and this guy impressed me a lot during one of the semi-finals.
Okay.
If you recall, in 2017, Southampton went into the EFL Cup final.
Yeah,
and
you did,
we
of
were
course.
up against Man U. But the semi-final before that, that goal that sealed the game was when Josh Sims made a crazy run down the flanks and crossed it for Shane Long to score, if I recall correctly.
Okay.
So there's this guy called Josh Sims. He's pretty amazing, I felt. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Faris, maybe that.
Yeah. So Liverpool, please don't touch any of these guys. Thanks. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. I think if you wish for that, then I think your wish, that's wishful thinking, because right now, shortlisted by Liverpool already, Faris.
On the way there.
But not to worry, Paul and so Chialong, all right, if you guys have any nagging fear of your prospect getting stolen, no problem. Mark Hosege already made mention, napshotstudio did not invite any Liverpool scouts. Not to worry, okay? And then, of course, Will Smallbone, Southampton's young player of the season. There you go, given by Eric. Thank you so much, Eric. And that is somebody that we should look out for. And then, Tiban Ramani, see you all on Saturday. Saints will be a tough fight. All right, he's an Aston Villa fan himself.
Serious?
Aston Villa fan. All right, first and foremost, again, before we touch on a bit of the historical moments, all right, with Southampton, how do you actually look towards this game on Saturday against Aston Villa? I'll start with Chialong first, perhaps.
To be honest, I'm quite surprised that Villa is doing so well this season. I'm not sure what happened there. I mean, they spent some money. Grealish is still there with the very nice handsome haircut, the gel haircut. But I got a feeling, sorry, no offense to the Villa fan, I got a feeling they are playing above their levels right now. I got this feeling. So it's a bit like Everton. I mean, if you watch them play, they played pretty well in the first 5 games, but they were not exactly very impressive. Right, they did not dominate the possession or the shots like the way Chelsea did against us. So Everton and Aston Villa could be similar in the sense that maybe it's just a good form. Okay, and the difference is that Southampton, I wouldn't say we are a very, very good team as of now, but we have been consistent so far. Ever since the lockdown back here, the style of play, the way we pass, we understand each other so well, right? So it's a bit like a new team getting promoted from the championship up. The teams is gel. Okay. So it's easier to play with each other. So if you were to ask me, right, honestly speaking, if today I'm neutral, I believe, I'm not neutral, obviously. I believe I will still go for Southampton to win this game.
Okay. And Paul, would you also resonate again with those points that were being made by Chialong? Anything
when
different?
you ask 2 Southampton fans, you only have the same answer.
But okay. So might as well we stick there.
But I like to point out 2 very interesting facts. Firstly is the return of Danny Ings back to form. You notice that this season he is not just scoring. In the last game against Everton, he had 2 assists.
He did, yeah.
So that's something very interesting. He's doing a bit of a Harry Kane and Son kind of a combination. Looking at it. Yeah. The second phenomenon you can check out is James Ward-Prowse. You see what happens is this. James Ward-Prowse had 170 games under the previous 7 managers, and he scored 10 goals.
Okay.
What's
his stats right now?
Now his stats is 64 games, and he scored 13 goals under Ralph.
Wow.
So you are looking at something there.
And Paul, right, why and how would you again attribute the upturn of form?
I think like what Jia Long has shared, we are beginning to gel a lot closer together. We don't have that many new players, but we are having players who are finally hitting that type of form that they should be.
Okay.
So to me, that's important. For example, Shea Adams, last season he hit less than 10 goals for sure. But right now. But right now, in a total of 12 games, he scored 6 goals already, and he's up and coming. And I think this is the strength of Southampton. We are quite good at spotting players.
Okay.
A bit back to Liverpool. When VVD first came to, Van Dijk first came to Southampton, we got him for a cheap 15 mil, 1.5. Yeah, but when we sold him to Liverpool, it was 75 mil. So good money lah. Thanks for that, but yeah.
So again, I like to do this to my guests, right? Put them in a spot. Again, scoreline. I just want to get it from Paul though, right? Scoreline for Aston Villa and the Saints.
I wouldn't give a final scoreline, but I think we'd win by at least one goal. We'll win by one goal.
All right. A marginal victory there. Xiaolong, I just want you to take this on by Fabian Da Silva. Seems like Theo Walcott has rejuvenated Southampton. Would you agree with that sentiment though? It's just his first match, I guess?
Okay, I was looking at the comment as well, and because Walcott was playing on the right side that game, and he did almost nothing in the first half. He came on, and then the second half he rejuvenated and really was quite good. But if you were to ask me, on the right side of midfield, the key player in the entire team, other than Danny Ings, the key player is Chris Armstrong. Stuart Armstrong. Stuart Armstrong.
Okay.
Yeah. He's the link between the defense and the midfield. He's the one who gets the ball and then he chong upwards. You see, he's ball direct. And previously, we only rely on Redmond, which is not so direct. Walk here, walk there, don't go where. Sometimes it's effective, but overall, Armstrong is the one that is linking up the play. And it's just unfortunate that game against Chelsea when Armstrong was suspended. Was he injured or suspended? Injured, yeah, sorry. And then Walcott came on and did pretty well. So right now, on the right side of midfield, we are a lot stronger. We have a very able substitute that is coming on anytime. So if you ask me, right, I think the right side could be our strength this season.
The right side. And probably, as an Arsenal fan, our right side is completely limp. Maybe we can buy the right side of Southampton, right, and integrate into our system right now because we are completely useless on the right. But then again, Paul and Xiaolong,
out of bounds. Southampton is out of bounds.
Please leave Southampton alone right now. Stop treating them like Mustafa Center, right? But right now, Xiaolong and also Paul.
No, they are the sparkle thoughts of Liverpool.
Shut up, bro. Come on. Respect, man. I want to also, for us all the way, right, take a bit of a time machine and export, right, or transport rather ourselves all the way back to the Dell. I just want to ask Paul and also Xiaolong, any one of you have been set a foot at the Dell itself?
Xiaolong has. Let him tell you more.
All right. We want to hear from you. The experience. Sure.
Okay. So I remember I just finished serving my army. That was 21 years old, and I saved all my money to go and watch the last game at the Dell. All my money, all my savings, everything. Just before I went to university, and then I was 21 years old, and I was so happy that I was there because I saw Matt Letizia score the last ever goal at the Dell.
Wow!
So I was like jumping like mad, really.
What
that was the best moment I think in my Saints career. Saints,
career! Wow, you're a player now. As a fan. Okay, all right.
Professional fan.
And Xiaolong, do you remember right now vividly who you guys were playing against on that?
It was against Arsenal. Unfortunately, Arsenal.
Should have asked. This is me. This is why I've committed so many grave mistakes in my life. I like to ask the wrong questions. But I guess you guys won that match, I reckon. That's why you.
Yes, we won 3-2. Yeah, it was a winning goal. So that was exceptionally sweet. Last goal of the ever at the Dell. Yeah.
And I guess the place must be rocking. If you look at again the ratio between the stands, right, and the pitch, it's almost so narrow that you could probably touch the players, right? And what was the atmosphere like, Xiaolong, being in the Dell?
Okay, honestly, that was my first ever game at the Dell, so I couldn't benchmark it against anything. But it was very, very loud, and we were very, very close to the players. And you're right. Sometimes when you take a throw in, you can almost touch them. So it's really.
Did you touch them?
Now it's a bit different. Now St. Mary's, there's this gap, which is the normal track. There's a gap, you see, and you lose that kind of feeling. If you ask me, the difference between the old and the new stadium.
Okay, and again in that note, I want to move over to the move right from the Dell. a really monumental pitch, right? When it comes to English football, the place is always rocking. It's never a pleasant hunting day for you to travel all the way to South Coast only to be playing in the Dell. But Paul, what do you make of the movement from the Dell to the St. Mary's Stadium?
I don't know, man. I've not been there, but the atmosphere has always been electrifying. The one thing that we really hated, I think that I can speak for the whole fan club, is last year we had a terrible home record. I'm not sure if you heard about it. We kind of like almost lost every game, or we barely
You guys were dubbed the away team because you guys were always a better outfit away from home.
Yeah. So that's what it is, lah. But one thing, I take my inspiration from Jia Long. I was telling my wife that one of my bucket lists would be to make it to St. Mary's for a game one of these days.
Okay, and Jia Long, have you actually checked that list off St. Mary's?
He's been there.
Been there as well.
I have a habit of going there every year, other than this year. In fact, this year I went there in February before the lockdown started.
Okay. And Jalo, I just want to, just a cheeky one, right? Right now, you look at Portsmouth, almost nowhere to be seen.
I don't know where they are. Sorry.
How much pleasure do you guys take, right, into this seemingly the demise or the slow demise of Portsmouth right now? They are nowhere to be seen, man. They have just dissipated into thin air. How much pleasure do you take, fan?
I think I will use the word karma. I know when we were when we were really struggling, we were relegated. There was one season, I think they were in the Premier League, and then they were laughing at us. So I think it's time for karma to kick in and then hit them even harder, you know.
Ooh, karma best served cold, Faris, they say, right? and Paul, right now, how much affection do you share when it comes to the love for the Pompous? The love.
What love?
Where is the love?
Baby, don't hurt me no more.
What is love? But for right now, wait, I just want to ask you guys, maybe you guys will be more well-versed in this. Do we have any Portsmouth fans in Singapore? The local ones?
We don't know if there is. Even if there is, don't tell us. So
don't care. Don't care. All right, that's the spirit, man. That's the spirit. Yeah. All right, let's take a couple of comments here again from Ju Chow. Daniel James, Crabtree, Vestergaard. Wow, that's a really long name, man, for one guy. It's a revelation this season. He lost his hair and gained his current form. Nah, I agree.
Oh no. Daniel James is one of our members of our fan club, but Vestergaard is the player who's the centre back.
Yeah. So that's okay. Oh, he's probably replying to somebody. Okay.
Yes.
All right, me. I set a foot there before I sent.
Nice.
All right, was also there, Chalong. Legendary. Had to sit with Gunners fans, unfortunately. And then Ju, of course, right now, just reaccounting the memory he had. The last goal at the Dell was scored by Legault against Arsenal, who won the league that year. Well, poetic justice, I guess, for Legault to bring down the curtain on his own. Man. And a bit of adulation for us, Faris, Anwari and Haris. Oh, Haris, you are Haris now. Huh? Thumbs up, Haris.
Haris, Faris.
9 defeats at home, right? Yeah, probably around. I think around that figure, right? And then let's twist turn half volley into the left top corner.
Yeah. So the beautiful thing about Letitia is that he's not just slow, but when he needs to pick up his speed, he picks it up at the right time. So
he's so material. He's so material.
Brilliance about him. Yeah.
And also, I just want to ask you, right? Is it true that he rejected United's approach back then?
Yes.
He did, right?
And also Chelsea, if I'm not wrong, Chelsea, Arsenal, maybe Spurs. Was it Spurs?
Okay.
A few teams.
Yeah. The big ones. Yeah, true. All right. They laugh at us so much, they gave us every red net. All right. This is the guy, Daniel James Crabtree. How could I have actually missed you out?
Yeah. You brought us down.
Yeah. Saints is king of the South. Potsu. Wow, boy. Faris, I should have asked the question. You look at me.
Yeah, now they start already. Yeah.
They start already, bro. But that's the beautiful part about football, the better, right? If the better don't exist, I don't think football will exist any longer, bro. But let's move on. Now we've spoke about the stadium. I quickly want to start off with Paul first. Paul, this guy, wow, he looks totally different, man. Right? What
Hot
he's right
property now, man.
Yeah,
So,
and of course, when his appointment came in, it wasn't really an appointment that was lauded by many Saints fans, right? Because you guys were really hung up over the dismissal of Nigel Atkins, the guy who brought you out promotion after promotion. First and foremost, Paul, as a fan, Nigel Atkins out of the door, Pochettino comes in. I just want to know your train of thought during that moment in time.
There was a lot of apprehension for sure, but you don't compare apple to apple. So to be very fair, Atkins brought us back, and Atkins averaged 52% wins for Southampton, and that's a very impressive percentage. Pochettino came on, he hit about 38%, very good, and I think he brought us to places because if we look at it, we came back to the Premier League in 2012.
You did, yeah.
And at the end of by June 2013, we were 14th position. Fair enough, we wanted to just stay afloat. But by the next season, we were in 8th position, and that began our 1 position per year rise.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so that's when Pochettino left, and then we had Koeman, who came along, brought us to 7th. Subsequent season, he brought us to 6th. And that was interesting. That was really like the peak of that time. And you know what happened? A great marker of how Southampton is finally making its mark in Singapore is when Western corporations starts to bring in Southampton.
In the jersey. What a good barometer, man. What a good barometer.
And the second barometer, is when you can start to buy fake Southampton jerseys on Shopee and Lazada finally.
and damn you, they have some really good qualities, man.
That's why.
It's almost hard to tell them apart, right?
Just there came a period of time where I just couldn't get any Southampton jersey in Singapore at all.
And how do you get your stocks? Online, I guess? Straight directly from Portsmouth store?
Portsmouth? No.
Oh, no. Did I say Portsmouth?
Yes, you did.
Bro, I should be sacked from the show, man. I mean, I'm sorry. Directly from Southampton online shop, I guess.
Yeah. Southampton online store. And my impression of Arsenal fans has gone down the drain. Thanks to you, I'm worried.
Well, even being an Arsenal fan myself, I don't have even a good impression of my own fan base.
They love to
But then, I just want to again staying on Pochettino for just one last time. The squad, right, that he was with. Look at these players, man. You know, you got Shaw, who made it to United, Klein made it to Liverpool. Same thing could be said about a couple of players, even in the midfield. They were all taken away by so-called seemingly the bigger clubs, right? But what is that one thing about Pochettino that really, until now, you hold dearly and close to your heart? Because I know for sure the type of football that was being peddled out by Southampton, it was totally different. High level of intensity, because right now you can see the full effect with people like Bielsa, and now you see for sure, but we were given a snippet, a brief introduction of what Bielsa football was under Pochettino. There was a bit of onus when it comes to the verticals, going up and down. You know, you guys were running non-stop. It's as if like your tank goes on and on without, it's a bottomless pit. Talk to me, man. When it comes to Pochettino, what is that one thing? The kind of football, is it the management style? What is the one thing about Pochettino that you really, really adore?
It probably has to be the pressure, the high press, you see. So at that point in time, I think high pressing is still not a common thing in English football.
Yeah.
So I think he brought it to the English Premier League. And of course, when he went to Spurs, he did something similar. And high pressing is not that it's difficult to do. But the problem about high pressing is that you need to have a lot of stamina. So I remember there was a time whereby in the 80-something minute, 90th minute, when people are punched already, no air, no gas, you're still going for it, you see. So that's why I can't remember it's that season with Koeman or Pochettino, but I remember our stamina was very, very strong, and we keep going on even until the 95th minute. So that's a very good trait that we had.
Yep, and Faris, we also can actually attest to that, right, Faris? Like Liverpool, you guys can get smashed by them. Remember that 3-2, right? By Southampton. They mentioned that was the match that actually landed the contract for money when he came on and turned the game on his head. For Arsenal, guys, don't even mention. I really hate it. I really totally abhor the existence of St. Mary's, because every single time we go there, all right, we get disintegrated into pieces. I still remember the Boxing Day where we got torn apart 4-0. I remember Coco Martina, he gave that curler, that wonderful goal, and then Mane actually lobbied past Szczesny. It was never a good thing, right, Faris? But as a neutral, what is that one match that you remember your team, Liverpool, against Southampton playing at their home ground? That 3-2 game. Is that one game?
The money game, I was, And you know where I was watching the game?
Where, bro?
The Banks in City Hall.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I'm all clad in a Liverpool shirt. Then the guys inside are all waiting for the Man U game. Then after that, it's just the wrong place to watch. Just the wrong place to watch. Yeah. I quickly got off. I quickly go take the MRT as fast as I could.
Cabut.
I cabut. I don't wait for the final whistle. I cabut.
Right after.
But
I mean,
but the whole team, I mean, the favorite player I have in Southampton has to be Lallana.
Okay.
So he's what a player, man. Left, right. He's alive with his left feet, right feet. So you don't know which is his fire feet, which is his master feet. Also, you don't know.
Man, Chalong, when you guys actually lost Lallana to Liverpool, was there that sense of inevitability that you guys were going to lose him anyway?
No, in fact, I've always been a Lallana fan, and then when he left, right, I was very, very upset. But it's more of the way he left, and he spoke a few things on the social media. I thought it wasn't very well received. But if you ask me, I was one of those few who hoped that Lallana he would come back to Southampton.
Oh, okay. He did not. He still went down south though, but to Brighton instead.
Right? Oh yes.
All right. And then right after Pochettino, of course, then came this guy, Ronald Koeman. I think Paul actually rightly mentioned so. In terms of improvement, it was gradual, but nonetheless, it was always higher, right? In that motion. Talk to me in terms of the appointment of Ronald Koeman. What was that big change between Pochettino kind of football and Ronald Koeman? Was there a stark difference?
Firstly, Koeman gave a very good. I put it this way. Under him, the win percentage became very high. We were on 48% winning percentages, and very interestingly, I think it is part of the whole Southampton philosophy. We somehow would always bring in very interesting players who come on to flourish. So if you remember, there's this guy called Graziano Pelle.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
So this guy was scoring goals, and I think we were gaining a lot of new female fans because of his looks. Anyway. So that was interesting because you have Pelle, who is a very traditional kind of a forward, powerful, and he's just waiting there, a bit like a target man. But on the other hand, you have the lurking Shane Long, whom you know is one of the fastest in the league in his heydays.
Yeah.
And just a bit of a quick info: the current record for fastest goal in the Premier League belongs to Shane Long.
Shane Long, yeah. Was it?
I think he scored like 7 seconds or something like that. It was pretty amazing from the beginning and opening of the match.
20 seconds.
7 seconds, I think.
7 seconds.
7. Oh.
How do you even do that?
He just ran after that defender and make him make a mistake.
Yeah, and he always does that. He always pounds after people. And he always picks up the scraps. And that's what Shane Long is always good at. But were you surprised, Chia Long, that Ronald Koeman actually exceeded expectation or even better the achievement of Pochettino?
I was quite surprised because Pochettino did already very well before that. But I also want to mention one thing, that season, even though we got Pelle, we got Mane, right? I think the strength that we had was our defense. I mean, the picture you show, we have the right back Martina, right? Actually, Martina is not even really the starting 11. We have Nathaniel Klein, if you remember that. Yeah, who went to, I think, Liverpool as well. Yeah. So we have Van Dijk, we have Klein, we have Bertrand, and then we have Font. I mean, it's really when you're strong at the back, right, you can build your play easily. Because the midfield can tell themselves, let's chong, let's go all out. We have 4 very good players behind us, and then we had Foster, which was on form. I remember that season he conceded a goal for 9 games or something like that. So it was like kind of a record for us as well. So the defense, the back line, and back 5 is very, very strong.
And I also need to mention that we had a very, very strong defensive midfielder in Victor Wanyama.
You do.
Yeah, he was really playing very well, covering the floor.
We also had Schneiderlin, which is not reflected there. Was it reflected there?
Schneiderlin. Schneiderlin went off.
I'm not sure whether he's still there back then.
No, I think he went off. He went off then.
Yeah, because before he went off, right, I remember him getting some the best defensive midfielder. He got all the stats, the most tackles, most interceptions before he went to Arsenal. So even though not Arsenal, sorry, Man United.
United.
Everton.
United first. Yeah, Man United. Yeah.
Oh, United first, yeah.
Yeah,
So
true. And of course, now the Koeman left. Your Van Dijk left as well. I just wanna touch base on this really key part of Southampton's history. The Van Dijk's transfer to Liverpool, Paul. It was a long drag saga. It was almost never an ending, right? There were conspiracy. Again, the media, they had a couple of spins around that story itself. And then for one moment, it was happening, and then they put the plug. And then January, again, the whole issue got reinvigorated, it got revitalized. The story came back. You had a couple of legs to the story. And then, boom, it happened. Paul, again, for you as a Saints fan, right, looking at Van Dijk, you are losing there with a colossal at the back. How do you guys actually cope with that? I guess it must really be totally hey, Faris, we can see your thunder ties, but anyway, you guys are in despair, right? I imagine you guys were in despair. Safe to say.
I think the whole fan club and all of Saints all over the world know that we if you buy him at the right price, we'll let go at the right price. That's always been the philosophy of Southampton.
Okay.
I mean, after all, you say that we don't like Liverpool, but you look at it, Lallana came over to Liverpool at 31 mil. VVD went over for 75 mil. Mane went over for 34 mil. That's quite a lot of money that we've gathered. Of course, when he left, it did leave quite a bad aftertaste to some of us. I think it was beginning to feel bitter because this thing dragged on for a pretty long time. I was personally a little bit thankful that we had some pretty good center defenders who have since gone up. I mean, they are not the best, but they really work them hard. I don't know whether you know this guy called Yoshida.
Of course we do. Maya Yoshida.
Yeah. So he's a bit of a club favorite. I think almost is any Southampton fan you speak to, you don't really hate him. He's a really hardworking guy. Okay. And over the years, the youth academy, we've had Jack Stevens, and I think he's doing relatively well. Can be better, but yeah. So that's where we are. But I think looking forward, back to this season, I think just now you saw, right, Vestergaard, suddenly he got his haircut, and a bit like a Samson and Delilah story. After the haircut, he suddenly became really good. He's no longer dragging his feet. He's well known for delaying on the ball. Now he's a lot more sharp and all that. So yeah,
in saying that, right, Paul, it also him picking up his form coincides with Liverpool losing Van Dijk. Does it fill you? Does it fill you with fear that it makes like the equation in the math is almost there for everybody to see? Liverpool lost Van Dijk, they need another centre back. Vestergaard is coming into form. Liverpool put the two together right here in this situation.
I have some other sitting on the bench. You can try those. Those are
and then right after, so Faris, remember, hands off. This time, hands off.
No more.
All right.
You're gonna cope without him.
I think Jia Long and I agree. We need to give this current Southampton team, I think, the right time, probably half a year, 1 year, to really just gel and play together. And this is what we're looking forward to this season. I think. I mean, I'm speaking way ahead of time, but we are hoping for a top 10 or top 8 actually this year.
Okay, why not? Looking at the current form that you guys are in right now, and now this guy, the current man, Ralph Hasenhüttl. I remember, right? He came from Leipzig, and when he first arrived at the shore of England, everybody got their tongue absolutely tight. How do you pronounce the name? How do we pronounce the name? Faris, be frank with me, man. Faris, be frank with me. Because it was your coach. It was your coach during one of his press conferences. He mentioned to the media, he actually explained how you should break up his name and how you can pronounce his name. How do you pronounce this manager's name?
I don't know, bro. I don't want to twist my tongue. I don't twist my tongue, bro.
Bro, you're a new Saint. You have to take up. You have to actually learn, man.
I don't want to twist my tongue. I don't want to upset the Saints fan. Yeah, looking at the comments, they really hate Van Dijk. So I don't want to worsen it. I want to play safe. For now, I want to play safe.
Okay, but I want to play safe. Okay, guys, I'll just leave you alone playing safe, all right? But Ralph Hasenhüttl, he came in again with really glowing reputation, one of the best managers in European football. You talk about another pressing football, he pedals out the same brand, right, with Leipzig. Jia Long, Hassan Hotel coming over. Was there any reservation against this appointment?
There was some reservation, but overall it was still a good move that I welcome it a lot, because the previous few managers cannot make it really. You have Pellegrino, and then you had Mark Hughes, and who was Klopp. He's actually not too bad. He's a bit defensive, a bit boring, but no, he gets results, so it's not too bad. I don't hate him or dislike him. But look at all those three before him. It can't be any worse, honestly. If you have Mark Hughes there, I think the other person that you can be worse off probably is Steve Bruce, I guess.
You can't go one better, man.
Hey, just so you know, guys, Mark Hughes gave us 18% wins only. That was how bad he was. He scrapped us through at 17th position to go on to the next season. But what thereafter was really horrible. So
Paul, the amount of trauma you guys went through, man, I'm still glad you guys come out unscathed, man. Still in one piece.
Yeah.
Still loud and proud. Southampton, right? And then, Paul, I just want to push you this question quickly about Ralph. The type of football that he's playing right now, you can see quite a resurgence, I would guess. But before we actually even reached to that juncture, there was this. This demolition act, because I remember I was on social media a lot, right? And it was completely visceral, the reaction. Everybody was calling out for his head. But one thing for sure, kudos to your manager, man, or rather your board. They stuck to their gun. They did not let him go, and now you are reaping the fruit of Ralph's labor. But first of all, I just want to take you back to the harrowing defeat, that fateful night.
You show up this screen all the time.
I have to, bro. I have to remind. It's the football show, right?
Yeah.
What do you make of the defeat, man? How did you even put yourself to sleep after that defeat?
I didn't watch that match. I was not feeling well, so I think I slept through it. The next morning, I didn't.
Wow, lucky you!
I woke up to 300 over WhatsApp messages from that same group that I was from. The 60 of us. Okay, so that's how scary it was. Okay, so my handphone from 100% becomes 60%. You know, all the messages just came in. We were worried. But I also want to share with you that after that 0, we had a couple more losses, but then we went on to have the third best form after that.
You did.
So it's a bit of a statistic. So that was really interesting.
Yep.
And in that very same tone after that match, we went on, and then Danny Ings nearly got his golden boot at 22 goals. Lost to, I think, Jamie Vardy at 23 goals. The resurgence was after that. And I think if you look at the statistics after that 9-0 loss, I think we've done pretty well. I think we are almost at a top 6 side kind of form right now. So I think that's something to I think that was what needed to wake us up, 9-0. You know, I was looking back, there was a season when Southampton beat Sunderland 8-0.
Oh, yes.
So, okay, yeah, so I give you one more goal. I give you one more goal.
But Chia Long, I don't know, you definitely watched the match, right? You did?
I watched the match. It was a late night match. I think it's 2:45 a.m.
Yeah, it was. Lucky for you, though. Lucky for you.
It's like in fact, I'm glad I watched the game, because it's a record that is hard to break. And I still remember I was watching first half. I think we lost 3-0 or 4-0. I was really devastated. But I continued watching. I just want to see how bad can it be, and how good can they be. And the interesting thing was that at 8-0, my girlfriend who was sleeping beside me woke up. And then when she blur, she woke up, she opened her eyes and said, "Oh, 0-0 because the 8 and the 0 looks very similar." So she said, 0-0. I told her that, you go back to sleep. You don't need to care. Go back to sleep. Okay, you go and sleep. And then she realized it's 9-0. This was the penalty after that. So it's like 8-0 become 9-0. And the number 9 become clearer lah. It was really it was quite epic lah, if you ask me.
And I recall, Jia Long, you needed some time off to detox after that. I think you didn't respond to our. He stayed away from our WhatsApp chat for, I think, 2 weeks or something like that.
Whoa, that bad, huh? The recovery process. Man. But that's football, and in essence, that's football, right? It's really hard to recover after such defeat. Kenny Moore, Phil Ulmer is a secret.
Phil Palmer. I think it's Phil Palmer.
Okay, all right. Maybe inside joke. You guys want to explain this comment?
No
Anybody?
idea.
And lastly, guys, I just want to touch this topic of you guys losing players, right? Of course, the biggest one, I guess, I don't know, maybe you guys would explain more to us. Losing Hoiberg to Spurs, right? I want to start with Jialong first. Jialong, this departure, how do you explain the departure? Was again, it leaves another sour taste in the Saints fans.
Okay, on the contrary, I am actually glad he left because he firstly, I don't think he did as really a lot as a captain. He drives the team. He's very passionate. That one I can give it to him, but he don't really bring a lot to our team. As much as he came from Bayern Munich, we had high expectation of him. So overall, I thought he was okay, not that fantastic. But the fact that he wanted to leave, in my heart is that you have no loyalty, go. Okay, I don't like to hear this kind of things. So to me, I was just waiting for him to go, and I was very, very surprised that Ralph actually put him into the squad, the 16-man squad for the last few games. Because to me, he's going to leave soon. Really, just let him go. Yeah.
True. And then of course with his departure, and then came Romeo. I think Paul also mentioned to me, of course, right now he's stepping up to the plate. He's been there for the longest time, right, Paul? True.
Quite a number. He came from Chelsea and quite a few seasons by now. Yeah.
And again, you mentioned he's stepping up to the plate. Is it surprising for you personally?
No, Romeo has his off day. Oh yeah, that goal. Okay, that was the one when the whole Saints chat group were all laughing about him scaring the ball that he went in on his own. He went in, he gave the ball such a scare that he went in on his own. Yeah. So Romeo on a good day is pretty much impenetrable.
Okay.
He fills the role of a very strong defensive midfielder. He has his off days, but now he's also picking up to form, and I think he's gelling really well with the team. With Ward-Prowse, him, and you've got Redmond, and if you notice, Southampton we are beginning to get quite a few very fast wingers on the side. Not so fast, well caught, but you've got your Redmond, you've got Genepo. Genepo is up and coming. Look out for him; he's really good.
I like him.
Yeah, so that's what we are doing right now. We have a stable base in the middle. We stamp it up, and then we have good players who can run like crazy on the sides.
Oh, perfectly put. All right, so right now, let's sum this all up. It's been really, really good, man, to have you, Paul, and Jialong also on board. I'm very sure this wouldn't be the last of them, right, Faris? Because looking at Southampton's form, right, I don't think it will be long.
We will see more of them
after they claim one more scout along the way. Usually, it's always Arsenal, that's almost a divine. It's a divine right for them, right, to actually have a big win. I want to start with Jialong right now. What's your ambition? Looking at how positive it is right now, everybody is buzzing with. There is a big cause for optimism. Yourself, Jialong, where do you see Saints again just challenging? If there's any honor on the front that you really want them to go full force on, where do you see them just finishing in the league?
Realistically, I would be happy with the top 8, realistically. But you know what? I always have this dream that we can do a Leicester.
Ooh.
I mean, maybe not win the championship. I mean, maybe second or third. You never know. Because like Paul mentioned just now, since the 9-0 thrashing, right, we have been like the 3rd or 4th best on form. So if we carry this on, right, I mean, we can be 3rd or 4th. And right now we are 6th. We are not too far off. And we just have a 2-back game in the first 2 games of the season. And then if you look at the rest of the game, I thought we did quite well. So things like starting to gel. And so if I were to make a prediction, I would say 6th position, maybe.
6th position, okay. Oh, that's not too bad, right, Paul? Not too bad of a shout. That means you're entering Europa once again. Right now, Paul, would you just agree again with Jialong's tone on this bubble that is under right now?
Okay, I put it a bit more prudent. Year after year, Southampton, we celebrate when we hit 40 points.
Okay, all right. The magic number, the magic mark.
We always celebrate when we hit 40 points. I think Jialong can understand the decades and decades of 40 points that we try to hit. But this year, you see, right now, 6 games on, we have 10 points. It's 3 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses, and we're hoping to maintain this kind of form. If true to form, I think really optimistically, I would agree with Jialong will hit top 6. I'd be happy with top 8.
Okay.
And I have a lot of Liverpool fans friends, by the way, they always come to me and say, "Hey, is the Southampton department store open?"
No. Faris, can you please explain, all right, to the crowd right now? They must be scratching their heads right now. Why is Faris clad in the Southampton's jersey? Can you please tell them the truth?
And please tell me where you bought the jersey from.
Where you bought the jersey from, bro?
Western.
Western.
I bought it from Western, yeah.
And
apparently this was the last, what do you call that?
The one
last
for the size.
3XL, yeah, the last for the size.
Okay.
Yeah, and just beside that, beside the Southampton jersey, I was really contemplating. Should I buy the Leicester jersey or should I not? Okay, should I not? I don't buy. So I bought the right one, I think I made the right choice.
Yeah. Oh, it looks good on you, bro. And plus, it has some uncanny resemblance, right, towards Liverpool's color, their home jersey.
Yeah.
Red, white, it does not go too far off, right?
But you know what? I always think about when I think about Southampton, I always relate them to Ajax.
What?
They got the same color. They got the same youth system.
True.
It's just that they are in the Premier League, in the harder league. Yeah.
Interesting observation.
You see.
Okay, all right. And Chialong, right now, this is a rallying cry for you to just give off a really good speech, all right, Grammy style. If right now there is a boy, all right, in his living room watching, he's just flipping right through the channels, and then he sees the Saints playing, all right. Why should he stay on? And if he wants to decide to pick up a club to support, why should it be Southampton, Chialong?
Yeah,
Paris.
No, Paris boy face over already.
Gone already.
But for you,
I must do this already.
Cannot go through.
Yeah, bro. There's a way.
But for the new fan, right, right, if they are looking for a club, especially for the youngins, like, why should it be Southampton? What is that one unique selling point?
I think time has changed. Now, in the past, there were people who were glory hunters going for the top clubs. I think right now the beauty of the game is that the smaller clubs can also do good. And you know what? If you support a team that's on the ascending, doing very well already, right? There's no pleasure in seeing them perform well. But if you see a team like Southampton, who have a lot of youngsters coming through, and then you see them through thick and thin, right? That's where the real passion, the real love come from. Because I speak from my own experience. I supported since I was 13 and 14 years old. It's because of the up and downs that make me who I am today. I mean, not only as a football fan, but as a person, you see. So if you want to be a better person, you know what? Support the Saints.
To be a better person, support the Saints. Wow. Okay. What can we say about those people who support United, the Devils? But for right now, if again there is a loose Southampton fans, I'm very sure you guys have actually rounded them all up in one group. But if there are still right now out there, the loose ones, how do they find you guys, and what is this Singa Saints all about?
Right. I have just a 1 minute story to tell. I remember in 2017, we were invited by, I think, Studio 11 or 11 Studio. I can't remember how it's called, but we were invited to the live commentary, 11 Sport. Yeah. So that was when we had Duncan Elias and he was hosting.
Okay.
We went to watch the final, and what they told us was, hey, try to bring about 10 to 12 of your Southampton Saints fans to
and how did that work out?
And then we will get the Man U fans to come in. Okay. And we'll all sit together, and they sponsored us with lots of chicken wings. And that was one of the reasons why I went. So we had that. And on the day, we had a couple of us who couldn't make it. So there were 9 Southampton fans. And there were 21 Man U fans.
Yeah.
They turned up. They didn't care. They just turned up.
Lopsided.
Yeah. and
very easy to find them. Very easy.
Very easy. And it looks like this kind of balance will continue to be at play. But what we are saying is the reason why I personally love Southampton is because, firstly, I have seen in Matt Letizia what does a one-man club mean.
Wow.
So that's loyalty for you. I'm seeing that in James Ward-Prowse and possibly a couple more players in time to come.
Yep.
We have a fantastic youth system. The academy churns out top England players season after season in different seasons of life. I see a consistency that our philosophy is that even though people may see us as a stepping stone, but it just brings us so much joy when we win, That season where we were in 6th position, that was like the best highlight of my entire life as a Southampton fan. Yeah. So those were the things. Those were the things for sure. Now, if there is someone out there who is keen to just get to know Southampton Football Club and in Singapore, we have our Singa Saints Facebook page. We have about 500 plus people who are following us.
Sure.
We have an Instagram, and we've also shared our WhatsApp information on that Facebook as well. So please do come and look for us.
Please do so. Yeah.
The interesting thing is some of us are actually in touch with Matt Letizier somehow.
Wow.
A bit remote, but there are ways we can get connected. And back in
Can we bring him to the show? Can we bring him to the show? Can we bring him to the show? I mean, we got 2 weeks back we got Lieu Chadwick, so I don't think we should have.
Bro, this is not comparable, man. Lieu Chadwick and
different level, bro.
different level, bro.
You want fat and you want daily, where to find, man? Okay, so enough of that.
That's what she said.
But lastly, we have largely 3 platforms. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have WhatsApp. So we are quite friendly and please
They
feel free
are.
to touch with us.
Yeah, again, I will be again the walking testament, right, to how friendly and approachable, especially Paul is. I don't know who I was dealing with, but it was on Instagram that we had our correspondence, and they were really prompt, So if you guys want to talk to them, invite them for any of your shows, I'm very, very sure they have a lot of zeal, right, and determination to come up and just represent the colors of Southampton. But then before you guys go, all right, Paul and also Chia Long, right now for this week, there is a constant feature in Napshot Studio Instagram. Via our IG post, we usually do our goal of the week. And this week, we have a contender from your boy himself, Ward Prowse. So please, guys, go ahead, all right, leave it in a comment. Just mention Ward Prowse. That's it, right? You got to rally up behind your boy.
Just
right?
Goal of the week. Prowse. Some fire emoticon. That's it.
Yeah. But there you go, Paul. I really, really enjoyed having you along. This is really, really good.
It was a pleasure, man.
Yeah, the thing is, it's also an educational
experience.
Educational experience for us as well, right? And also Chia Long, for you as well to come up. This is really, really helpful for us, for our channel to also grow. Please, if you guys have any more Southampton fans who wants to speak up, push it our way, man. Paul and also Chia Long. We will always open them up.
I don't know that it was Portsmouth. Their rival. I thought it was Bournemouth.
Oh, really? You don't know?
It was Bournemouth. No, I thought it was Bournemouth.
You should watch. You should watch
the lifetime derby rival.
Yeah, it's a lifetime derby, man. But then again, Paul, Anwari, and also Faris, we want to thank you a lot, and also Chia Long. We really hope to see more of you, definitely. And I'm very sure a lot of our fans here absolutely adore both of you. All right, but for now, good night. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Chia Long. Bye bye.
Take care.
Good night, man. Take care.
Bye. All right,
the Saints goes marching in, bro.
Whoa, boy. I mean, hearing
the passion for the club,
bro. Hearing the speech given by Paul and also Chia Long, why you should support a club.
Yeah.
That should be the principle, not only when supporting a club, but in life as well, right?
Yes, correct.
You go through the motion, the thick and thin. You don't back out. When the chips get stacked against you, you rise up even higher, and that has been always the I think the running thing for Southampton. Always there, bro. They are always there to be counted for. They can be down, but they will never be out. But one guy for sure, the next one that we want to invite.
Hey, bro, I want to ask you.
Yes.
This week, don't have me,
this is what I want to talk about, And then also before Phil, all right. Phil actually just chimed in. Phil Palmer. Paul and Chia Long are Southampton legends, of course, in their own right. They are legends to us.
Yep.
For tonight and for many more nights, I'm very sure they have a lot of good results that's coming their way. So I'm very sure we will get more of the Southampton fans, right? But then again, we want to move to the last segment to close this up. Bro, this guy, in the Malay local term, they say, don't play, jangan main-main. Don't play around with this guy, bro.
Bro, he's a dancer.
He's a dancer.
He's a singer.
Singer also he also
he's a coach.
A coach.
He's a guitarist, bro.
Guitarist also.
Then that day he boxing.
Boxing.
Mayor berbuah.
Okay, so, bro. Now you talk about wrestling, right? Right now, I've created something for him. So let us all welcome the guy. All right. Maverick, total Maverick. Right now, this is a brand new section whereby he will rant his heart out. There are 3 topics that he want to speak about that has actually disturbed his good night's sleep. So before we introduce him, all right, let's listen
Be
to
very
his...
bad, huh?
There's an intro now, bro. There you go.
So,
All right, let's bring on our man, the Oracle, the Mayor.
the mayor! This guy, Why is he on top? What is he thinking?
Take my breath away.
Now he changed the spec.
The Maverick, bro. The Maverick. This wasn't planned when you mentioned Maverick, bro.
Yeah,
The Maverick.
it wasn't planned.
How can you have double entrance? I already give you your entrance one.
No, this one is just a symbol only. What we're going to talk about today.
Okay, Mayor.
Something that's going to take our breath away.
Okay, oh, wow, pun intended, wow.
On top of that, just to let you guys know, with that song, Top Gun 2 has been shifted. Their opening. It was supposed to be, this June shifted to December, now next April. Because of COVID-19.
Hey, Mayor, just come back to us, lah, Mayor. Drop everything, come back to us.
Faris, just to top of it, I'm also an actor now.
Oh, really? Why? How come you're an actor?
How come?
I'm going for audition, bro.
What?
Bro, you don't take this guy seriously, bro. You know him for a long
Top Gun
time.
3, No. He going audition Top Gun 3.
Yeah, man.
This is not, bro. Mayor not Top Gun, bro. He water pistol, bro.
Yeah. Water gun, bro. Water gun.
But Mayor, this is a brand new section. This is a brand new segment, all right, that we have actually curated specially for our guy, the living legend he is. Hey, Mayor, the introduction.
Thank you for the introduction, man. That was like, wow.
Wow, wait, so many top names, all right, in the football industry. How do you manage to get right shoulder to shoulder to them? Who are you actually, Mayor? Who are you actually?
It come down to one thing, one word.
Okay, football.
No, context.
Ooh. I thought it was going to be something.
So it's not about what you have, right? It's about who you have.
Who you know.
Yeah, who you know. Context, bro. All inside the pocket.
Who know you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Not bad, this guy, This guy somebody.
Bad,
The Malay, you know the Malaysia term, they say this guy have.
Ada.
But
the new term down here, they say biasa-biasa.
Alright. Hey, he sounds like he auditioning for Bottom Gun from Ivan.
We cannot say bottom because it's too crude. We say water gun.
Oh, water. Okay, fair enough.
It's a family show after all.
It's a family show. Yeah. And also Paul will also just want to reiterate, right, for those of you guys, the Saints fan, what do you make of them? Mayor?
Ooh, fantastic, man.
Fantastic bunch of people.
I just can't believe that we have Saints fans who's raring to go and also
sharing all their enthusiastic. Wow,
I am in fact very glad to have them on the show to watch them.
They definitely took our breath away. All right, come join us over at our Facebook and also IG. So guys, please do so, right? So Mayor, right now we created, all right, we paid you top dollars for you to come on board, just not for you to sing and come in glamour. No, this is your brand new show, right? Your brand new segment, Mayor. We're gonna pick 3. Right, there will be 3 discussion. All right, the first one that we want to talk about right now. Let me see. This one, of course, this has again got the whole internet talking right now. If you don't know this news by now, then you are probably living under a rock. President Bartomeu again announced
Jose Maria Bartomeu resigned as the president.
Yes, he did. And again, right now, it wasn't too much of a surprise. I would say everybody could see it coming. If I think we can actually take it all the way back to the Messi saga, right? When he wanted to leave, or when he was trying to he was gunning for an exit. We all knew for sure, right? There was supposedly a hidden agenda against the president, and I think we brought this up again on the Big Focus. When Messi wants to leave, it's always layered with a couple of intention. It's never true, right? It's never true. And now we see the full effect of it. What do you make of that, Mayor? You want to speak about it? Go. This is your segment.
Okay, guys. Okay, I have something to share. This is by Dermot Corrigan, which is he reported himself with the Athletic himself. That which is he mentioned everything that has been poured out with the Athletic. Dermot Corrigan actually mentioned about why he resigned and what makes him resign, and this actually likely to make Lionel Messi increasingly to stay in Barca. Correct? With his resignation. So from here we can see that. When he took over from his friend, this Jose Maria Bartomeu took over from his friend Sandra Rosell in Barca, because his friend Sandra Rosell was the president of Barca, was under investigation because of the Neymar transfer saga. And that's because of that, he stepped down, Sandra Rosell stepped down, and Jose Maria Bartomeu stepped up and took up the post as the president. But it did not end well, as in you can see now, one after another of the presidency candidate. As you can see now, before he actually took over his friend Sandra Rosell, Barca actually paid 4.4 million because of the Neymar's tax fraud.
Wow.
The transfer. Okay, this is where actually it's all heading, and it is still so-called under investigation with regards of what the Barca boards of directors doing with their own social media. It is still under investigation until now. Okay. So when Neymar left, went on to PSG, as we know, the saga still going on with them, the internal board and so on, so stuff like that. They bought Osama Dembele. They also bought, who else was that? There's another player that they bought, but nevertheless,
Coutinho, Griezmann,
all of them that they bought. But it did not end well there now with this current situation of what he actually wants to actually go through with this current, which we're going to talk about the topic next topic that we have on the agenda. But he has to step down himself before the board of 16,000 over signatures have been signed against him.
Wow.
Against him. 16,000 over signatures of the board himself.
And Mayo, and I just want to ask you this question. I don't know if you really have the answer for me, but I think it's worth a shot. Why do you think there's so much resentment against Bartomeu?
Okay, I don't have the exact answer, but by looking at what is actually happening, they don't like how he handled things. There's too much of a so-called invincible kind of
under table.
Yes. So in order for them to actually just to close up the case, they pay the Spanish authorities 4.5 million because of the tax fraud of the Neymar transfer. So they try to cover things up, and they even actually recreate their own social media board in order to speculate things and stuff like that.
And I just want to interject, right? You mentioned just now he creating his own social media partners and also a team on his own to defend his case. Do you think it's a case of him being sacked, or this is again a genuine case of him resigning because apparently, he mentioned he decided to step down. He dropped a bombshell, to the whole world, the football fraternity, because of this notion. Because Barca decides to say yes, the green light was given for the European Super League. So right now he's trying to recreate this PR spin around him that he's the good guy.
Yeah, you got it on point, Anwari. Just to let you know, so Faris, you got it on point with this notion that he actually speak up at his farewell speech. he actually mentioned with these regards, which we come into the next topic, which is the European Super League.
Okay,
He mentioned
all right.
this, at a speech saying that there are others in the Spanish league who actually going to be part of it as well. And he mentioned Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. He confessed that on the farewell speech.
Might as well go out with a bang.
Hell breaks free.
Yeah.
Hell breaks free. So with his confession and all, this project involved Real and Atletico as well, which this now we are at the topic of European Super League. This European Super League has been actually in the pipeline for 2 years already.
Okay. Yep.
2 years.
I agree.
So, 2 years.
So right now, right? Sorry, May. So right now, I think we are hotting up in the topic, right? So let's move on to the next one that we are very keen to speak about, the European Super League. This was again a conversation that we had on Tuesday. Again with Antonio, he mentioned his own opinion with a lot of fervor. Also, we spoke to Russ about it, and this is the one, right? European Super League plan will destroy the Premier League, and it is really hotting up. And that is really worrying for me as a fan, right, Faris? Because you would lose all these fairy tale stories. Fairy tale stories like Leicester. You got players like, or rather teams like previously, Newcastle just coming up, just breaking the nucleus of the top four, qualifying for Champions League. People like Leeds United, and then now recently you've seen really different clubs coming into the European foray. But once this happened,
Atlanta.
Yeah, bro, everything is down the drain. Mayor, talk to us. ESL.
Okay, this European Super League ESL that you mentioned, actually, I don't know what model that they are following with to actually create this European Super League. UEFA model has one of it, which is actually at the G14 summit. I think they mentioned about all this thing that was in 1990s. But they are targeting, that, of course, one of the so-called the easiest for them to target will be the English Premier League, which is they have they got actually 4 teams to go into Champions League, right? So the first 4 top teams, they're actually targeting Man City, Liverpool, Man U, and probably Arsenal. This is what they're targeting. So, and after that, for Germany, they are targeting Bayern Munich, and for Italy, they are targeting AC Milan and Inter Milan. That is why you can see that AC Milan is really raring and already like fighting for the top placing now, playing very well with Inter Milan also here and there. So, we can see that. Like you mentioned about Atlanta, so these teams are all coming up.
Yeah, true.
And they will have difficulties. On top of that, to mention, this is also reported by the Spanish side itself, Jose Felix Diaz, who actually mentioned on this report, which I read it personally, and I'd like to share this. This football in the hand of UEFA and FIFA, am I right?
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right.
Okay.
Definitely.
Whether can they go through this European Super League without their consent? No, they cannot, because they need these 2 bodies to agree in order for them to actually, because it's European Super League, it involves in the UEFA and also FIFA, the football body.
But I get it wouldn't be that hard, right, to get them on board to pass this motion. You're talking about FIFA anyway.
They are still in the pipeline for the past 2 years. They've been trying to find an arbitration for this someone to represent this European Super League, which they still.
But how they select the teams though?
This is what by offering who wants to join, come and join. But they will play. They will play. They know how they play. They play after the Champions League. The Champions League will still be there.
Oh, Champions League will be there. Okay.
The Champions League will still be there. But whether it's going to take away this Champions League feeling to be part of this European Super League because of one thing, the financial part, the monetary award, which is.
There you go.
There you go.
6 billion, Mayor. 6 billion.
6 billion to be given to the teams in the league, but the champion will be given 1 billion.
Oh,
1 billion.
That's a big shout, man. And look, we are under. I think the whole under. Yeah, bro, we are under financial duress, right? Right now, the current financial climate, everybody they are on their knees. And this is like the perfect time for you to propose, especially if you're a big club. You have to sustain because your overhead is sky high. And right now
Way
you're
high.
not getting,
High.
you're not getting fans to buy the tickets. You know, your gate receipt is down the drain. Your merchandising act is also probably now being paralyzed. You need another, probably another proposal, a contingency plan of sorts right now to actually just bolster your finance once again. And ESL, all right, the European Super League looks like the perfect escapade for many of these top clubs. And look at all these key points, right? You talk about the big guns, Liverpool, Man United, all joining they are in talks in this new FIFA-backed tournament, right? FIFA-backed tournament. As many as 5 clubs could actually sign up, and more than a dozen teams from Central European countries. And format will comprise up to 18 teams. All right. And last but not least, just to underline this, tournament could usurp the Champions League. Faris, I want to ask your opinion first, man. Without reading all these nitty-gritty details of the tournament, right, that is being attached to it, what's your thoughts right now? How would you render this tournament?
I think it's a waste of time. I mean, no doubt the money is big, but it just spoils the game. They are trying to Americanize a sport, I think. A European sport. So, bullshit.
Bullshit, huh? Maya?
Yeah, just scrap it, because just keep it, just stick to the basics.
Yeah, for me, it's not about. I mean, I do agree what Faris mentioned or said, but I look at it that can the players actually recover or not to play with so many? They're playing their own league. They're playing European League for all those top teams. They're playing Champions League. After that, they want to play this Super League. Can they make up to all these fixtures? That's my worry.
I think, my opinion, if this were to kickstart, right, I think they would take away maybe the FA Cup or the Cup games.
They would.
Yeah.
Right.
So
there's too many. Yeah, in the English league itself, like correct, Faris, you're correct.
You're right.
There are too many. They have Carabao Cup, they have FA Cup.
And now later, recently they want to change to the Papa John, or Papa don't preach. Papa is for the lower tiers. Yeah, but I think all in all, right, what we can actually just come to conclusion: stop doing like what Faris mentioned, right? To Americanize, right? To look, we have so many influence from the American games, things like the VAR, and now you're talking about the financial model that we want to emulate after. Stop this, man! It's really killing the pure joy of football, right? It's really killing it. Please stop it.
And with the finance situation right now, Anwari, here comes the third topic that we are going to talk about.
True. All right. And are we looking at the Mike Ashley?
Yes.
Okay.
This is what we are talking about. With the current situation and finance problems that most clubs are facing right now, Mike Ashley actually has turned this divisive time, transformed himself into a fans champion. With the no-go, with the Arabs of the takeover of the club, he has turned himself into a champion, fans champion. What?
Hey, why your voice because squeaky me a champion?
Because sometimes I'm a singer, right?
I thought tersangkut.
Bro.
Yeah, but what is it all about right now, Mia? Mike actually suddenly picking up his sword and shield, going up against the bigger body, the bigger organization.
Because
looking at Robin Hood.
Yeah, correct. As per view, a match that has been suggested and also implemented for every English team to pay, every household to pay $14.95 for single televised matches. Who would come up with this? Just for one match, you pay £14.95.
Why would you pay to watch Arsenal? Why? We don't even attack.
Yeah, okay. Not to mention about Arsenal, but this is only coming up. Arsenal is coming up. You just say, okay, why we want to pay for so much? So this is where he actually came out with his shields and armor. He said, okay, this cannot be happening. My Ashley is mentioning, this cannot be happening. I said, why are you all giving problems to the fans? But he's still taking in the amount of money that he collected from the fans, as in for the stadium, the ticket money. He's still doing it. That's what the fans are not doing. The Newcastle Fans Club actually started with a crowdfunding, which led to the rest of the teams doing the crowdfunding for the teams. Because of this pay-per-view channel, and he actually take out his ace card and he said that, oh, let's not do 14.95. Let us cut the cutting price 4.95 pounds to all to everyone until to the December holiday season. This will be a very good time for us. I mean, to actually slowly build it, and we can talk about it and can make an arrangement again. But until when, whether it has been approved or not, for this saga, so-called, he is already trying to capture the mood with the fans. I don't know whether it's going to be approved or accepted by the English Premier League and the FA and the government, UK government. We still don't know. So
this is how I conclude the situation. We might actually just again waging a war against the EPL, right? He is just doing it for the camera.
Yeah.
He's just doing it for the camera. So you can just take it with a pinch of salt. But then again, that's done. The 3 talking points from the mayor. Mayor has let everything loose. I hope you guys, again, if you have anything, for those of you guys who are watching right now, you can leave it in the comment or also place it in our DM via Instagram, PM, via Facebook. If there's any topic, burning topic that you have this strong desire for someone to speak up on or about, Mayor will be the man. Leave it and Mayor will tackle the issue. So right now, Mayor, relax lah, Mayor. What are you doing?
acting. Testing, audition.
Okay, Mayor, right now, let's go through our bread and butter. Bread and butter. All right, let's go through the fixture. Let's go through the fixture list. So right now, Herrick has actually placed in 3 games for us to predict. I want to make it even more tougher for us right now. Let's do 5 matches instead of just 3. Okay.
Oh, wow.
And wait, Faris and Mayor, do you think we should actually change a bit when it comes to the regulation? Because it seems like getting the scoreline, getting it on point is really a tall order. Nobody is getting it right for the past 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Should we slightly tweak it?
Win or lose.
Win or lose. Okay. Okay. 2 teams. Who
win or lose?
Win or lose.
Okay. All right. Okay. So win or lose. All right. Win, lose, draw. We get 1 point. Right. If you get the score line exactly to a T, that's an additional point. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that?
Yeah, sounds nice. I want to catch you outside.
All right. Can we do that, please? Okay, let's go. All right.
Let's go.
So, Faris, let's do that. Catch me outside. How about that?
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, this is what happened with the show where it's just past 2 hours mark, right?
Yeah,
Faris, shall we do that? How about that?
Yeah, we should do that.
Serious. All right, the first one. Wolverhampton going up against Crystal Palace. Will this be a case where the eagle will be devoured by the hungry wolf? Hungry like the wolf. Okay, so out of this lot, what do you make of this? Mayor, Wolves versus Crystal Palace. Any upset on the card? Potential banana sleep, banana in pajamas?
No, I think it looks like it's going to be a draw, man.
A draw, yeah? Okay, not to worry. So a draw it is from the Mayor. But we are not going to take a punt, all right, for this match. Next one, let's do this. Sheffield United against Man City. Faris? City.
I think Man City is going to win the game to 3 goals to 1.
3 goals to 1. And what about Mayor? You gotta lock this down, all right? Because we are going head to head for the Man City and Sheffield United. So 3-1 from.
We are going head to head with this.
Yes, we are. The Blades against the City.
Man City. Okay. So Paris Man City is 3-1. Okay, I will go with a 3-0.
A 3-0 to who? To
Man City.
Come on. We got really top guys watching us right now.
All right.
Please don't pull our name into the mud.
Crab.
All right, so 3-0. 3-0 from Mayor. All right, 3-1 from Faris. That's it. And then let's go to Burnley and Chelsea. I know this has not been marked by Herrick for us to predict, but we are going
What
to
is
predict
the
this
score
match.
for
So,
Burnley and Chelsea?
so
Okay.
where are we going for Burnley and Chelsea? No, bro, you gotta get the breeding
Jangan
technique.
cepat Chelsea. Jangan cepat Chelsea.
No, you gotta get the breeding technique right, bro. It's not Chelsea.
Chelsea.
All right. Wait. Cut it. Okay, Burnley and Chelsea. Let me go first. Dude, guys, no. This is not how it is supposed to be. This is not how we run the program. All right. Just
This
letting off.
happens in the live show, lah.
Yes. Okay, Burnley and Chelsea. I'm going for a 1-2. All right, 1-2. So 1 for Burnley and 2 for Chelsea.
Burnley.
What about Mayor? Mayor, where do you go on this, Mayor?
I'm going with 2-0.
2-0 to who?
2-0.
Okay, guys.
Mula-mula cakap Chelsea.
All right, the next one. Wow, the big one. Liverpool, West Ham. You guys decimated, man. Down to the bare bones. Uncle Lawrence, shout out to you. Big up. Bro. No, Uncle Lawrence did this.
Uncle Lawrence did this, bro.
Oh, yes. And holy Remy. Big up to you guys, man. West Ham. Wait. First of all, right, the injury to Fabinho. How do you receive that news, Mayor? Does it bother you, or do you feel like as a fan, we got Reece Williams to step in? This is another opportunity for.
To be honest with you, it didn't bother me at all, but I was expecting it to happen because it was anytime. You were when you put him to play as a centre back, towering at the back and also clearing balls up and down like that. This is a job which is like Van Dijk has been doing in and out, week in, week out, every games. Which is Fabinho is more on a midfield, receiving the ball from Van Dijk itself to push the ball forward. But now he is doing the job what Van Dijk has been doing. So I feel that it is only coming to Liverpool itself, and like the last thing that Liverpool needed to have another person who's stepping in injured. So
wait, Faris, I just want to ask you as a Liverpool fan, is the panic button right now? It's just been pressed. Are we hearing the alarm right now? The panic alarm?
Not for me.
Okay.
Most the Liverpool groups, yes. The Liverpool Facebook group, yes. A lot of them panicking, but not for me.
Not for you.
I think
Wow.
Klopp will pull this through.
Okay. And that will be a mark of a true manager. Yeah.
Back-to-back champion, Mayor.
Okay. All right. And where do we go on this, Mayor? You probably start first with this Liverpool and West Ham.
So we are going with the prediction for Liverpool and West Ham too as well, right?
Yes, we are. Yeah.
Okay, so since you are mentioning, I look at this Liverpool and West Ham 3-1 to Liverpool.
3-1 to Liverpool. All right. First, we're gonna do something slightly different. Instead of the prediction coming from us, let's take one from the fans. All right. I think.
Let's go.
There will be no better
Liverpool 2-0.
Liverpool fan to represent us for this one. Said Azmil.
Now.
Let's go with 2-0. We're gonna take after Said Azmil. 2-0 to Liverpool.
You know what, Anori? No disrespect to West Ham fans, but after this weekend, it'll be this. This.
People mentioning about Triple H, bro.
Yeah.
Be careful of the neck. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Asif, I'm very sure you are listening, Asif. West Ham Malaysia. Please. Faris does not represent the voice and the mission and the vision of Snapshot Studio. He is not part of us, all right? We want to de-associate ourselves. So that's done, all right? So 2-0 for our Snapshot Studio and 3-1 from the Mayor. The next one, the big one, Aston Villa Southampton. Wait, Faris, being a newly anointed fan, just recently baptized, all right, from a bird now to a saint. How and where do you go with this? I want to hear your score prediction.
Saint bird. Okay, the score prediction. I think it's gonna be a 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw. Wow.
Yeah.
Not a bad match.
No.
End up
I think it's going to be a 3-2 win for Southampton.
3-2 for Southampton.
Wow.
Okay, there you go. This is really
A hat-trick for Danny Ings.
hat-trick for Danny Ings. Guys, FPL, time to triple captain that guy. Because Faris, they say, right, beginner's luck is always is always true. Right, beginner's luck. So Faris is today his first time becoming a Saints fan, and he has actually made mention. Wow, this is becoming an oracle as well. Huh? So
and I don't play FPL.
3-2 plus hat-trick from Danny Ings. So there you go. Take it how you will. All right, 3-2 for Southampton against Aston Villa. Mayor, where do you go on this, Mayor? Aston Villa coming from a defeat, that 1-0 defeat against
I have the feeling
3-0. They are 3-0. Deben, Mayor, first and foremost, is there any commiseration message to Deben, who lost 3-0 and then only to get himself an iPhone, a brand new iPhone, blue in color?
That's why when I actually put it straight to him, I didn't know about anybody else or whatsoever who actually texted him. I did it on personal message on Instagram. I said, Deben, is that how you actually go and put your, bring yourself up to get a new iPhone after that thing? I said, no lah, why you and Anwari also said the same? Then here comes Joel also give it to red mind things alike. So Deben also know. So I told him, I said, Deben, I actually circled that Deben. He's going into a cave. He mentioned that I snapped the photo. I said, oh, this one must snap the photo after that. And after that, text him. Oh.
Bila, Mayor. Bila.
Yeah, man. So, okay. With this, the score, 3-3.
Wow! Cause one at all.
Nothing at all.
Yeah.
So
So 3-3 or nothing at all. 0-0.
3-3 or nothing at all. So it's 3-3. All right. The next one, Newcastle against the current league leader, Everton. Newcastle against Everton. Right now,
are we doing the prediction with this one as well? No?
I think we should, because it's really
The
an
elephant on the
match.
tree.
So 5.
Stop doing so, bro. Don't take your agenda up onto this show, okay? Keep it to yourself.
No, it's just
Okay.
fine. That's all. No, I think.
5 games, right? You said we're doing prediction?
Correct. I don't know how
So,
many games we are into. I'm just gonna do it because it feels like it's really a happy show. Plus, nobody, right now. Previously, we had about 10,000 people watching. Now we are left about 13. So might as well we just talk among ourselves.
13,000, bro. 13,000.
13,000. Now increase slightly to 15,000 and 55 million.
So to all my fans, I would like to wish.
All right. So
thanks.
Newcastle and Everton. Let me pick a score first. Everton and Newcastle. I feel that this has Newcastle victory written all over it. I'm going for. I'm going for 2-1. For Newcastle. I'm going 2-1 for Newcastle.
No lah, bro. Cannot lah.
Bro, this is my prediction, bro.
Cannot lah.
2-1, Mayor. 2-1.
But it's my opinion.
Thiago Alcantara.
What?
So where do you go with this, Mayor?
Okay, Mayor will go with 2-2 draw, babe.
2-2 draw? Okay, babe. 2-2 draw, yeah?
2-2 draw.
Okay, babe. So the next one, United Arsenal, babe.
Hey, we get from a neutral point lah. Huh?
Okay.
What? Wait, everybody stopped commenting already. So might as well we just give our own prediction, right? So United and Arsenal, Faris, you might want to do the honors for Napshot.
Thiago.
3-1 for Arsenal lah.
Hey, 3-1 for Arsenal, bro. If this does happen,
Serious
I will make sure 3XL Arsenal shirt for you. This one, the brand new one.
Macam really 3-1 macam.
3-1 macam.
Macam.
How? Mayor, for
I
yourself?
think they will bottle it. I think the defense will bottle it.
Hey, bro. Never mind. No. Scrap yours. We'll take a new guy. Ridwan Anthony Martial. I've never seen him in the comment section before. Thank you so much for chiming in, Ridwan Anthony Martial. We shall take your prediction instead. 3-1 to United.
That's my score, man.
He copies.
Oh, because you wanted to take 3-1, is it?
Never. It's okay. It's all right. So I just put it as in make
3-1 both of us.
Yeah, 3-1 for both of us. It's okay, no problem.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay, it's okay. It's all right.
ISSAKA.
Like Borat say, it's all right.
It's all for everyone.
All right, and then the last one, we got Spurs and Brighton. All right, we don't have to do that as well. We don't have to actually put our score for Spurs and Brighton. Fulham, West Brom. I think West Brom might nick it. And the last one,
we already have 6 matches that I've recorded down.
Okay, never mind. We can add another one. Leeds United, Leeds versus Leicester.
Go until the end of the road, man.
This is our show, what, Mayor? We can do.
Yeah, man.
How we do. All right, so Leeds and Leicester. Let's take it from the fan. Oh, Spurs. Ridwan Anthony Marshall. I think he had a really good dinner.
He had steaks. I think he had steak.
Hey, this one really Wagyu. If he had steak, he really had steak, then it must be Wagyu already.
Because everything is on the stick. That's another bad joke,
Good fun, man.
But Mayor, all right, I give you the honor
It's
to
a night
first.
of bad jokes, sir.
Leeds and Leicester. Where do you go with Leeds and Leicester? Leeds and Leicester, Mayor. Where do you go with Leeds and Leicester, Mayor? Leeds and Leicester. Where do you go with that?
Leeds and Leicester, 1-1.
Leeds and Leicester.
1-1.
1-1. Okay. 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah, actually,
what about?
What about? Catch me outside.
What about snapshot?
How about that?
How about that?
Okay, I'm gonna go with CK Lim. I'm going to go with CK Lim's
Jeez, man, my boy.
Jeez, my boy. Leads to Leicester 4.
Damn, you could be right, man. Good score, man.
Good score. All right. And then
Yeah,
Anthony Marshall mentioned Leeds 1, Leicester 2. Thank you so much, buddy, for actually giving off your score prediction. But, Mia, that's about it, Faris. All right, all done for today. What will be that one match that you'll be looking forward to?
Man United, Arsenal, bro.
Man United,
Of course, Man United,
Arsenal. Okay, and Mia, before we close this, I just want to ask you, as the old guard of Napshot Studio, where has this rivalry gone to? Man? It has gone completely stale right now. Who do you see right now in amongst all the managers that is still playing their trades in the Premier League? Who do you still have this kind of fiery battles?
None other than
Klopp is definitely not involved in any of these mental games. Jose Mourinho.
Yeah, Jose Mourinho is still there, but with who right now? He's still during the time that he played against Chelsea with Lampard, it was okay, but it was very feisty the way how he tried to advise.
Was it really feisty?
I look at it like he's trying to do it, man. Sit down, your players are needing you. Why are you sitting down? You went.
Okay, true. Frank and Mourinho.
I tried to tell Frank.
I think it's just banters, lah. He and Lampard just banters.
But there was no rivalry. He's just trying to put Frank up. By telling the people. I mean, when he was interviewed, that what did you tell Frank? So he mentioned that. I was telling you, your team needs you now. What are you doing? Why are you sitting down? He's just but Jose still has that fire thing in him to do all this on the touchline. Okay. But I don't know anyone else.
But now managers has the respect for each other, almost.
They've got too much respect. Yeah. Everybody don't want to stand
because they hate to be someone or something.
No, I don't like the fact that everybody is just tiptoeing around their words.
Yeah.
When they are up against another manager, nobody speaks the truth.
I understand because their hate is on the chopping board. So at any time you don't know what's going to happen. The next thing you know, the next morning, even though you draw the game, you did not lose, you're still being axed.
And that is the cruel fact and the tough fact when you are a manager in the Premier League. But
I think the quite recent one will be Frank Lampard and Jurgen Klopp.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, probably.
Then Ridwan Anthony Martial, Jose Mourinho and Marcelo Bielsa. Yeah, probably. Thank you so much, Ridwan. Thank you so much.
All right.
All right. That's it. We've got United Arsenal preview done. We've got the Saints coming on board. They went marching on. That's done. We got Mayor as well with a couple of prediction, especially the one that was really exciting when we actually pit our brain to predict the scoreline against the Man City. All wrapped up. Good night from me, Anwari, Friday, Snapshot Studio, and the Mayor. We shall see you next week.
Don't forget.
Don't
forget. Only for the 13,000 viewers.
Yes, who are still watching us live.
Yeah, man, still watching us live.
Look out for this title, guys.
Okay, what is?
The
corner flag.
corner flag.
Yes, look out for that. There will be a brand new
corner
drop.
flag.
The corner flag is completely different to what we have been doing so far. They are on the street, but the kind of topics and of course the language used and the kind of tone.
You will
is
see this
different.
face a lot.
That guy.
Dancing,
Yeah.
singing, break
Okay.
dancing.
Shall we end this right now? Shall we end this
But
right
you
now?
won't sleeping. I do what I want in that show.
Okay. All right. For me, Anwari, Napshot, all right, Faris, and me, all good
Good
night.
night, guys.
Good night.
Ciao, guys.
Good
Bye-bye.
night.